Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
This is one of those times where I wish we could
Test 1 2.
get out there
Yeah.
on the strength of that.
Test 1 2. Pipes are good. All right. This is Chuck Montgomery along with Skylar Stevens. We are here in McLeansboro. Your CZRE Bearcats are about to take on the Hamilton County Foxes. To start things off with, we was talking with coaches and things such as that. We do have a few injuries that kind of like to report that might play a significant role in this game. Skylar, you talked with was on the sideline earlier. What do you got?
So we're going to be down our starting center, Nolan Brown. I saw him. He's not dressed tonight. And then I know Parker Hoy, unfortunately, had an illness he was dealing with today, and he's unable to make it. So we're down a tackle. We're down a center. So now you've got reserve. Now your depth's going to be tested a little bit. So you've got a new center snapping. I believe it's Xavier Miller is going to be the snapper, and he's a senior, so at least there's some veteran experience. And filling in, I believe Memphis Pontius or Chris Monteith will be filling in at that tackle spot. So we lose some of our depth from being able to rest guys as Chris, Monteith mainly plays defense. Xavier Miller mainly plays defense. Well, now they're going to be tasked to go both ways.
Yep. And we're going to have to get some younger guys maybe on that line to give them a break from time to time. So that's something to keep an eye on as we go forward.
It is, and so it's kind of one of those next man up. Tonight. This is going to be one of those games I think we talked about. It's going to be a battle of attrition.
Yes.
Hamilton County, I was looking, they only have 10, 15, 20,
29 is what I counted.
29 kids on their program, and then I know there are some that are not active tonight, and there's only 8 seniors and 6 juniors. So they're, going into the season, we'd heard that their numbers are not usually what they're accustomed to here for football. So, they got a lot of freshmen and some sophomores. So they're not going to have a very experienced upperclassmen group. But with that being said, some of their upperclassmen are very talented.
Yes.
So it's going to be kind of those who gives in first, who breaks down first. I will say going into this, we've talked about it, we have played Johnson City and Flora the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Easily, in my opinion, and I think you'd agree, 2 best teams in the conference. I expect them to meet up in maybe an undefeated game for the conference title.
I agree with you.
We got through those. So I think the rest of the schedule is more of a wide open, anybody can beat anybody. Is they're really a favorite heading into any game. Tonight, I would honestly say that this is a game that I feel we should win. And this is a game that we also need to win if we want to keep headed in the right direction towards a postseason berth, but also just getting back to 500. But this is a game that I think definitely Coach Rude, Coach Sherrill, Coach Bays, I'm sure they've said, like, this is one to get us back.
And, we've talked about this as well coming into this season. We looked at the schedule, and we kind of said winnable game, possibility. And then we came to last week and the week before, and it's like those are going to be tough. And the goal coming out of those was, make sure just limit your injuries. 2, to build on what you've been working on. Try to improve as the program. That they were, let's just say it, they were both better programs than what we are at this point.
Yeah.
And so you take the positives that you can get out of a game, those 2 particular games, and I think we did have some positives in that. So I agree with you. Now we have to look forward to, let's take those positive steps that we've taken and let's apply them to this game tonight. Let's keep eliminating our mental mistakes that we've been prone to over the last few seasons if we want to go all the way back, and it's crept back up this season as well. So we got to limit those things, and I agree with you. It's going to be a battle of attrition tonight. Even though I think we are down on that front line, I still think we got the depth and the younger guys that are getting those opportunities. You never know. It's next man up, and you got to have that mentality, and we may find somebody that's going to step up and give those solid minutes.
So if we're talking keys to the game, one, we got to win the turnover battle.
Yes.
We did last week. The problem that we didn't do last week, which I would like to see, is we had done against El Dorado. I felt like we somewhat did against Johnson. We came out ready to compete. Last week, the first quarter, We just looked like we were, and we could say this about the JV too.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we were just sleepwalking through that first quarter, and then all of a sudden something, clicked, and it's like, okay, we started to play better, and then by the fourth quarter, we got it. If we get off to a very fast start tonight, which I'd really love to see us get the ball first, go down, score.
Yep.
Because you play with confidence when you're up.
Absolutely, and we did that in that Johnson City game. We got the first score, and we came out, and we played pretty good football for the most part. It was just they're just such a talented football program.
Yes.
That, but I agree with you. I wasn't on the game at Florida, but I did watch part of it at home. And it was obvious that we were flat coming out, and it was almost that mentality of, they're a better program than us. They're going to come in and beat us. But it took us a little while to realize we can play with these guys.
That's what you said. The last two losses are losses based on talent. We're not getting out coached. We're not necessarily, I think, you can get it out hustled. It's just sometimes you're going to line up against a team and they just have better talent, and that is what we have faced the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Now coming into tonight, that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
I believe there's a very even talent level across both teams, and I'm sure there's a lot of people from Hamilton County, if they're watching us or they're here tonight, probably saying the same thing. They don't have a win yet. This is a win that they're used to getting.
Yes.
They're used to beating us. So in their mind, this is a chance for them to break into the win column.
Yep. And, a lot of teams, because of the last several seasons, and we're going to pause just a second and they're getting ready to do the national anthem, so we will pause for just a moment.
As we honor America and those defending her with the performing of our national anthem by the Hamilton County High School Band under the direction of Miss Teresa Ludington.
All right, great job tonight by the Hamilton County Foxes band. Great performance by them. We're about 2 minutes out from the kickoff tonight here in Hamilton County. Like you were saying before the anthem, a lot of teams over the last several years have looked at Christopher as, that's that easy win. That's that win. And I think that plays in our advantage a lot too, because a lot of teams actually overlook us.
Yep.
Even though we've changed our coaching staff, you've brought Mike Root in, you brought Coach Sherrill in.
Yep.
We still have that reputation, and we're going to have it until we prove otherwise. So,
get a few housekeeping things in order tonight. One, we want to big thanks to Luke Sager, the storm predictor. I know he's at home watching us. He helped us get the broadcast set up, and he's one of our broadcasting colleagues. He's going to handle all the home games, all the basketball games. So, again, big thanks to Luke. Tiffany Hobbs also helping us get stuff set up. We, this thing doesn't get on the air without those two. Also, you can see on the bottom left of your screen, all of our sponsors are rolling through. Those are all local businesses. Please get out, support those businesses. They support CZRE athletics, so we're thankful for them as well. And we actually have cameramen tonight. We have Jackson Ross and Cody Doble. So we got some of our sophomores out here that are volunteering to scroll the camera for us, so me and Chuck can actually take a night off, not having to worry about it. So. Yep. Again, those are some minor housekeeping things. We wanted to get taken care of before the action gets going.
Starting to get some messages rolling in from all of you listening and watching at home or wherever you may be. Feel free to, if you got our numbers, feel free to get a hold of one of us and tell us how we're doing, if we're missing anything.
I got one from Travis Parvin. He said, unfortunately, our junior high girls lost on a walk-off. They had a chance to tie for conference. But all the girls, Coach Bennett, Coach Harris, they're doing a great job. So they got a chance still got a chance at state. Good winnable regional.
Regionals are coming up.
Yeah, so we want to wish them the best of luck with their regional and with the boys too, as well, and Coach Avery and that whole crew.
All right, we're just about ready for kickoff. Looks like that the Bearcats are going to kick off to start the first half. Hamilton County is ready to receive, and here we go. Logan Jackson with the kick. It's a line drive taken by number 1 at the Foxes at the 25-yard line. He works his way up to the 30, makes his way around the quarter to the 40, and finally driven out of bounds by number 15 for the Bearcats. That is Gunnar Schlake.
That is where on a kickoff coverage, containment. You can't let somebody outside, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
so
he started up the middle, made his way, broke his on the outside, and the coverage kind of broke down from there.
We talked about injuries. On the good news on the injury front, you're going to see 22. That's Jackson Gaddis. That's our middle linebacker. He'd been out the last couple of games, got hurt at the very beginning of the Johnson City game, and there was some fear that he may be done for the year. But I'm glad to see 22 back out there. His twin brother, number 4, he's out there as well. So it's good to have the Ziegler Royalton represented with the Gaddis twins.
Yes. Yeah, and I talked with Jackson earlier this week. Actually, I talked to him last weekend, and he was determined he was going to be back for this week. He's definitely said that it was just a matter of what he can take, and if he could get the strength build back up, and he would. All right, under center for the Foxes from their 45-yard line. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pass from number 1. Ooh. Pass is broken up by number 2. That is Gage Schlake. And we had a shot for a pickoff on that play.
Yeah, McLeansville is going to run that shotgun offense. So we'll see some passing. A little bit easier to tell the game this week. Colors. Last week we were all orange and blue, so you've got the Foxes with the green tops, black pants, black helmet, and your CZRE Bearcats in the polar bear outfits, white pants, white jersey, white helmet. Much easier to tell apart this week.
Yep. 2nd down and 10 from the 45, Hamilton County. We are 11 minutes and 47 seconds into this first quarter. Motion man number 5 headed to the far side. A snap and a handoff is going to go to number 32. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Johnny Gaddis and
Caden Niblett.
Caden Niblett is on the tackle.
That's another one of our Ziegler ones that kind of came in here after the first week. So he's out there contributing. It's good to see. Hamilton County has an extremely nice press box except for
the view. Yes, the windows are just at eye level for us here, so we're scrambling to figure out the best position to call this from. Shotgun snap is going to be a pitch out to number 5 for the Foxes. He's going to rumble his way all the way down to the 40, finally taken out of bounds by Gage Schlake.
So we're seeing some, that was a screen pass, ran very well. We're not getting a lot of pressure right now.
No.
They've thrown 2 passes, and granted they're getting the ball out quick, but we're not reacting as quick enough.
Right.
As I like right there, that screen had plenty of time to develop. So we got to get out there, get on a little bit quicker.
Receiver on that play was number 5, Austin Boone, a sophomore for the Foxes. He is out wide again, trips to the right side, lone back in the backfield, and it's going to be an option play. The quarterback is going to keep it. He's got the edge. He's got one man to beat, and he's in for the touchdown. Number 1, Dallas Binbrook, a sophomore for the Foxes, and he takes it 40 yards for the touchdown on an option.
That is that touchdown goes on your linebackers.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to call anybody out on this, but when he rolled out to throw the pitch, your defensive back out there is on an island. He's got one of 2 options. do I go up and hit the quarterback, or do I go get the – and he's caught, and he takes the right choice to go get the pitch man. Your linebacker's got to be out there to hit the quarterback. There were nowhere to be found, and that's how you end up with a 40-yard touchdown run.
And the quarterback's got a little speed to him, too.
Yes.
So the PAT attempt is good for the Foxes. Is going to bring the score to 7-0 with 10 minutes and 52 seconds here in the first quarter.
So that was a very disappointing start, I would say. Your defense was on roller skates, and they look lost.
Yep.
They weren't reacting as quickly. No pressure. When he ran that option, there was nobody even in the backfield to force that pitch early. That's the thing with an option. You want to make that quarterback on an option make that decision as quickly as possible.
Yep.
And he had all day to decide what he was going to do with it. And he fakes that pitch, the quarterback does what he's supposed to, and then gone. So,
and in my opinion, just watching number one take off there, I'm taking him out of the equation first and then worry about the running back, simply because he looks like he's fast. If the running back is faster, well, then this might be a long night.
Well, it's time to respond just like El Dorado. We got down 7-0 early, and now it's time to respond.
Yep. We got Trip Fletcher and we have Gage Slakey back in the deep for the Bearcats. Excuse me, that's Landon. Nope, that is Gage Slakey. Trip is kind of messing with me a little bit. He doesn't have his trademark orange shoes on tonight, so it's a little harder to spot him than a normal game. But maybe that's on design because a lot of teams had been just focusing on those orange spikes, and they knew exactly where he was at all times. And there is the kick. It is going to be short, but Fletcher's going to get it at the 25-yard line. He goes up the middle and brought down at about the 37-yard line. Bearcats ball, 1st and 10.
Got another message from a friend of mine and my golfing teammate tomorrow, John Cook. He reminded me that the field I'm staring at, that he hit a walk-off home run when we were seniors there. So he wanted to make sure that I mentioned his glory days. I actually do remember the home run. I was on deck. So
Just got an update from Luke back home. I guess he's following some of the other scores. As everybody knows, the big game in Southern Illinois is the DuQuoin Indians versus the Benton Rangers, and it's the Indians who strike first in that game. So it's 7-0 DuQuoin over Benton in the first quarter. Here it's 7-0 Foxes. First snap offensively for the Bearcats. It's up the middle. Hunter Hammonds is going to break this straight up the middle. Stiff arm on the quarterback. He's playing corner, and he rumbles all the way out to the 25-yard line of the Foxes. That is about I want to say a 35-yard run.
That's angry runs.
That's
an angry run. That is how you set some tempo.
Yes.
We've talked about how he's kind of stepped up lately.
Yes.
That's a very angry run, that stiff arm.
The Johnson City game, he got his opportunities. He took advantage of it, and he proved that he's going to get those tough yards and he's going to pound the ball.
That's a good start for us.
Savita under center, and it's a handoff to Butler. Or no, that was Hammonds again, but we had movement on the play. I think both of our running backs kind of had forward motion before the snap on that play. So that one's going to come back for the Bearcats.
But I did say if we are going to make penalties tonight, or we do make mistakes, let's have them when they're not at a costly. Okay, that's 1st and 10. You don't want to make a penalty, but if you're going to do it, you're backing up 5 yards on first down. You can make this up. Don't do it on a 3rd and short, or we are getting a touchdown called back.
It's going to be 1st and 15 from the Foxes' 30-yard line. Savita under center, snap, and it's a handoff to Hammonds. He's going right up the middle again, and he brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Bearcats.
I think we see what it's going to be tonight.
Yep.
We're going to pound it with Hunter and, pick up those chunk yards, and then all of a sudden that's when you get to the outside with Tripp and Gage and
Landon.
Obviously their quarterback, we saw him run. He's got speed from McLeansboro, but that's the only one on the field I've seen from McLeansboro that's going to have a shot at catching Tripp or Gage in the open field.
Hammonds goes out. Leo Tucker's going to come in. Leo's going to split wide right. Fletcher's in the backfield along with Schlake. Savita under center. Fletcher goes into motion. It's a handoff to him on the outside.
Noah
He's got
Wilson.
the edge, and he's in for the touchdown.
Okay. For those watching at home, and I'm sorry, Chuck, but I can't help it. I got to give a lineman credit. Noah Wilson pulled on that play. He was the right guard, and he pulled out in front of Tripp, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but he threw a monstrous block out there, and that's how Tripp Fletcher scores that touchdown. Without that block, he's not getting in there, and so that's – I like what we're seeing so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the game plan so far. Pound it, hit the outside with the counters, with your reverses, even with your sweeps and things like that on the outside. Pound it in with Hunter on the inside. And I have a feeling that Coach Sherrill's going to throw in a pass play or two here in a minute just to really mix things up. It's going to be Hunter Hammonds up the middle on the two-point conversion, and there it is. There's the call. Successful run for Hammonds. So that's going to bring the score to the Hamilton County Foxes 7 and your CZRE Bearcats 8. We're 9 minutes and 11 seconds here in the first quarter. So this is going to be a barn burner.
That was an excellent response.
Yes.
And our offensive line imposed their will on their defense right there. And it was nothing but positive runs, big runs, and we saw right there Tripp got around the corner. Our guards are pulling. We can adjust on defense. You can figure out how to stop that option.
Yep.
From what I saw, that's a bread and butter game. That's dive up the middle of the Hunter Hammonds.
And it's also controlling the clock.
You can't adjust to stop that.
No.
That's man on man.
Yeah.
So.
And that, as you mentioned earlier, that gives credit to our offensive line. And we talked about that in pregame about being shorthanded on the offensive line. But by this possession, I think we've stepped up to the challenge, so to speak.
Yeah.
Bearcats are ready to kick off. It's going to be the sophomore Logan Jackson ready to kick off. And it's a short kick. It's going to bounce about the 40-yard line. Bearcats made an effort of recovering that, but it was number 22 for the Foxes. That is a sophomore Chase Williams for the Foxes. So they're going to start off first down and 10. The ball is sitting at their own, let's see where they put it down at, 39-yard line, 38-yard line.
Now would be a good time. I'd love to see our defense. Let's get a negative play. Yep. Let's maybe even cause a fumble. Let's get them behind the sticks, and let's see how they operate.
Exactly. Try to take some of that confidence that they gained on that first drive away from them. Ham goes with the three-back set with the quarterback in shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to the first up back. I think that was number 7 maybe? I couldn't really see his number from here. Again, we're kind of at a disadvantage in the box.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay, that is Kelso Ramirez, a junior for the Foxes. He picks up about 6 on the play. Second down and 4 from the 44-yard line.
And I'm going to be honest, I've been kind of watching McLeansboro's players in and out. They're basically playing Ironman football for the most part.
Yeah.
Their guys don't sub.
Low snap, but he gets the handoff. Same running back. Looks like Johnny Gaddis and Jackson Gaddis, the brothers, on the tackle on that one. Yardage is just short of a first down, a pickup of about 3. Is going to bring up third down and short for the Foxes.
Our linemen got to get off a little bit quicker.
Yep.
The ball carriers getting to some of our linebackers, and that's the problem we're having right now.
Yep.
Not every play can be made by a linebacker, defensive back. Your linemen got to, outside of clogging up a hole, they got to make a tackle here or there.
Yes, we got to push the offensive line backwards, get penetration on the front line, and then we can clean up from there, so to speak. Under center this time for the Foxes. It's going to be a short handoff, it appears. Number 4 makes a move, misses a guy or two, and finally brought down by Frankie Guerrera, not before a good 15-yard pickup 10-yard pickup for the Foxes. It's going to be first and 10 from the Bearcat 40.
Our defense is just not adjusting.
No.
They're just not adjusting real
We're
well
flat.
right now.
We're kind of on our heels right now. We're really not really attacking at the snap.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a linebacker blitz here or something in the very near future.
Try to get something going. And you were right. And you were right, number 51.
Brogan Mitchell.
Yeah, Brogan Mitchell. He busts through the middle, grabbed a hold of the running back. Short gain for the Foxes, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Those are those in-game adjustments you can see when your defensive line doesn't get as much pressure. Now you got to bring something different.
Yep.
You bring a blitz. For those at home, obviously that means one of our linebackers just kind of sprints through the line as quickly as he can, trying to get through there.
2nd down, 8 for the Foxes at the Bearcats' 38-yard line. 6:38 left here in the first quarter. Quarterback in shotgun formation, wing back to the right, split right as well. Wing back in motion. And it's a handoff to 3. We have him in the backfield, and a swarm of Bearcats are there to meet him after a short 1-yard gain for the Foxes.
I think Brogan Mitchell was there again.
I think he was in it again as well. It looks like Noah Wilson was in on that one also.
Okay. These are the plays. Okay, so now it's 3rd and long, so I'm going to guess they're going to try to get a big chunk of it to give them a reasonable force. So they're probably going to look to pass. They ran a little screen pass the last time. They ran –
and the option. They got big plays. They got big yardage off of all 3 of those.
We got timeout to probably talk about it.
Yep.
Well, while we got our first timeout, I got to talk about our JFL program.
There we go.
Because I like to talk about the success we're having. So last week was a big week. Our 5th and 6th grade team beat CZRE, our rival. And our 7th and 8th grade team, I know I had a lot of parents tell me it was the most nerve-wracking game I think they've watched, but they beat the rivals in overtime.
Nice.
I believe Easton Maser actually had the game-winning run for us. Again, our 7th and 8th grade team, coached by Trevor Maser, Jeremy Bradley, Clint Mayer, they are undefeated. And
they have been undefeated for how many seasons now?
I know. A lot of talent on that team. So, again, we talked about how bright our future could be. Love to see what they're doing. We're big fans of that 7th and 8th grade team, obviously, for so many reasons. But we want to wish them good luck on Saturday. I can't remember who they're playing, but we want to wish them good luck as well.
Update in Benton from Luke back home. He says that Benton has scored. It is now 7-7 with less than 2 minutes left here in the first quarter over in Benton. Here it's 8-7 Bearcats over the Foxes. 3rd down and 8 for the Foxes at the Bearcat 38. Quarterback in shotgun. Low snap, but he's dropped back, looking to pass. We have pressure on him. He's dropping way back. It's a screen pass, and he makes a nice catch. That is number 82 for the Foxes.
We did everything right except coverage on that play in the middle.
Yep.
We had a linebacker. We had a defensive tackle. Forced him to throw off his back foot. I watched our defensive backs were covering, and in the middle, they had 2 guys in the same area.
Was not one of those guys an offensive lineman?
Number 82 was the one
I caught it, but there was another man there, and I thought it was a 50s number.
I didn't see that. I knew him. I could see him staring down the barrel of 82.
Yep.
Boy, that's a...
Yeah, that was a dagger right there. So hopefully we can respond, get another stop here on 1st down for the Foxes. It's going to go to the 32, up the middle, and he's going to get about 15 on the play, finally driven down by several Bearcats, but it's closer after they finally get him down. It's closer to a 20-yard gain, or a 15-yard gain, correction.
That's right up the gut.
Yep.
I mean, that's a simple dive right up the middle, and
that's definitely an area we've got to address. Our line is not getting the push. Our line is getting pushed around right now.
And we run a, kind of like almost like a 53. We have 3 down linemen, and you walk up a couple ends, but you have a nose guard, which means you have a player that is right over the nose of the football, and he's meant to disrupt the center. And, right now on that play right there, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
I got trips left here.
Last time they did this, they rode option right. So let's see what they are. Same play, option right. And this time we string it out a little bit better and force the quarterback, number 1, out of bounds at about to the 6-yard line. So a nice 5-6 yard run for them.
And here's the thing. You called it out. You knew it was coming.
Yep.
You saw it. And, we know the coaches obviously know it's coming. And they're probably telling the players they've probably practiced this all week in this formation. Now it's on the players to execute that.
Yeah.
It's to beat their blocks, to get there.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Foxes where they're inside. So it's going to be 2nd and goal for the Foxes from the 6. 4:32 left here in the first. 10 seconds on the play clock before the Foxes come to the line of scrimmage. Down to 5. Snap with 2 seconds.
Dive
up
up
the
the middle.
Straight up middle. We had initial contact at the line of scrimmage, but the running back was able to bully his way into the end zone. So that is going to make it 13-8 for the Bearcats before we try this PAT attempt.
We got to get the middle. We got to get the middle of our defense figured out real quick because number 30. Who'd you say? Number 32.
32. Yeah, number 32. That is. There is no 32. Maybe it was 30. That is Colt Brenner.
Well, there's 32. He's on the sideline walking off, so they didn't put him in the program, did they?
He's not in their program. At least his jersey's not.
He's running those dives up the middle, and he's making it look easy.
Yeah. He's getting 5-6 yards before anybody's making contact with him. Foxes are going to go for 2 on this one to try to make it a 2-score game. It's up the middle again. Ball is loose. Bearcats have recovered it in the end zone, so the PAT attempt is no good. So we get a stop there.
Okay, so I'd imagine, knowing Coach Rude, he is probably barking at his defense right now.
Yep.
Because, we let him off the hook a couple of times on that drive. And when you have a team 3rd and long, you have a good pass rush. You can't let long passes, especially. No. I mean, it wasn't like he could have had time to get back in the pocket, set up on his receiver. He's scrambling right from the get-go.
And it was a good catch for 82.
Yeah, great catch.
He made a nice catch to take nothing away from him. That was Jace Cross, a senior for the Foxes. Getting a couple messages in here. One of them, you were talking about the JFL. They are playing Fairfield tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I also see from Luke that the Benton has defense has started to show up, and they forced a punt from DuQuoin from their own 31-yard line. So this game's going to be a battle.
It is.
That's going to be a battle.
That's going to be a battle. Got another shout-out. Somebody else watching. Got a friend of mine all the way in Granite City named Ted Wallace. He's kind of supports us from afar. He wanted to remind everybody in his glory days. We're getting a lot of guys won't live their glory days about how he played against a guy from who's now playing for the Buffalo Bills.
Well,
maybe he exaggerated that a little bit. Maybe College of Buffalo. I'm not sure.
Buffalo City College from the blind, maybe. It's a low line drive kick. Going to be picked up by Schlake at the 25-yard line. He's weaving his way through the middle and is finally brought down just shy of the 40. Had a little extracurricular activity between the kicker and one of the Bearcats deep on the other side. The officiation crew was right there on top of it to make sure nothing extra happened on that one.
We've only got 4 minutes left in this half. It's been a pretty clean game so far. I mean, not a lot. I mean, I think we've only had 1 or 2 penalties, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, we had the false start on us earlier, and I think that's the only penalty we've had.
I think that's the only penalty that's even been called tonight.
Yeah. And I believe that was Hunter Hammonds on the inside handoff. No gain there. That one was stuffed up pretty quickly. So
this is where your game plan kind of comes into play. So we know Hunter's been pounding it up the middle. They're stacking the box. They're trying to stop him. Now you should be able to get to the outside. I would love to see, they're kind of in the middle of the field here, but I would love to see Gage Schlake get one on the edge.
Yeah.
Landon Butler. I know Tripp got one to the right-hand side, but I would love to see us I would love to see him head towards the McLeansboro bench area.
Yes.
See what we can do.
This is the large side of the field right now. Bring it to this direction. And it's going to be Fletcher off of the weak side, and he picks up about 3 before he is driven down by Jace Cross, number 82 for the Foxes.
But see, and for those watching at home, that 82 is their middle linebacker.
Yeah.
But did you see how quickly he closed that guy? Look, Tripp was going to have daylight.
Yes.
And the next thing you know, here he comes flying up, closes the gap. That's what your linebackers got to do. They got to be flown to the ball, coming in and hitting. And, that saved a first down.
Yes.
Maybe more.
More. Once, as you know, once Fletcher gets separation and his speed takes over, and there's not too many that are going to be able to keep up with him. Savita under center. And it's Schlake decides to change directions. Nowhere to go, but he finds a way to get out of it. Manages to make his way up to the 46-yard line. He turned a 3-yard loss into about a 7-yard gain. You don't like to see them going backwards like that because that had disaster written all over it. But Schlake used his speed and just kind of exploded there right past about 3 defenders.
And punt team ran out, called punt team back.
Yep.
I like this decision.
Yeah, I do too.
You're close to the 50. You got 3 yards. I believe you have 2 options. You have Hunter Hammonds, or you can run it to Tripp.
Yep.
We can timeout. Talk about it.
Exactly.
That's our second timeout.
And here's the deal: we have, with the exception of one play, our running game has been picking 3, 4, 5 yards every play, every run play that we've run. So I like the call as well. We ran one time, got stuffed up in the middle there by Hunter. He had no gain, but now we've ran some sweeps, we've run some counters here, so perhaps that's in their minds. Now we got options.
This wouldn't be a bad. I know we've had success running. We haven't thrown the ball yet.
I was thinking the same thing.
A lot of times we've got that little play where our backs kind of just slip out of the backfield.
A little bit of a wheel.
A little bit of and you can maybe just hit him for a 3-4 yard gain right there to get the first down.
Again.
But to me, this is a big one because, okay, you got 2:30 in the half. You're down. You can get this first down. You can go down, score. You get the ball back at half. This is where – I don't want to see it flip the other way where now they've got a short field to go.
We're only in the first.
Are we in the first?
Yeah, we're not even – yes, we're only in the first quarter right now. So we still got time.
I got too caught up in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first quarter with 13-8 with the Foxes on top. And it's going to be handoff.
Did he?
That's going to be the spot. That was Hammonds on the handoff. Way the line judge is lined up, it is right on the stick.
The far judge had the first down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It was good enough for the first down yardage for Hunter Hammond, so nice power run for him.
That's your 4-4-4 right there.
Yes, I agree. Every time, 4 yards. New set of downs for the Bearcats. It's 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard lines. Clock ticking down to 2 minutes and 9 seconds here in the first quarter. Savita under center. It's Fletcher on motion and gets the handoff from the quarterback. He's got an edge. He's managed to get on the outside, gets up a nice 5 yards, and there that number 82, Jace Cross, once again, he's kind of everywhere. I'm starting to think he might be their main man here.
Well, he caught the pass over there on third down. He's made a couple of stops. That was the play we just ran was the touchdown. It was the same play when we scored that touchdown because I saw Noah Wilson get out and pull. Still getting 5 yards on it.
Yeah. Sorry, Scott.
I was going to say, we haven't seen Landon Butler with the ball yet.
No, Landon hasn't seen anything yet, and I can't tell right at the moment who's in the backfield. It looked like it was is that Hunter once again? Is that Hammonds? Yeah. Yep. And he barrels straight ahead. Yep, it was number 8, Hunter Hammonds. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. It's going to bring 3rd down and 3 for the Bearcats, sitting at the 44-yard line of the Foxes. Thinking outside again.
Well, he's getting 3 to 4, and here's the thing: I would go to Hammonds one more time because if he makes it, you go to the outside, we can see what happens. You
Right.
get tackled. I'd love to see him just go up the middle. Let's
Yep.
see if we can get it on this or make it really short where it's like
Yep.
a 4th and short.
Exactly. And again, we've already proven that this is 2-down territory. We're going play 4 downs here. Oh, it's a pass. Savita's rolling to his right. He's looking for no one. He's going to get the first down, but he takes a huge hit as he goes out of bounds.
I don't know who laid the wood over there, but he went flying into the yard marker, and
he's up and he's all right, but he definitely will fill that one tomorrow.
he's tough. But boy, I saw feet go flying in the air, and
Yeah. And by the spot, I'm not sure if they're giving us the first down or not.
well, I know the chains had to move.
Yeah, because he moved them. And it's going to be just short. It looks. Nope, they are moving. Well, what are they doing here?
Oh, he bent the stick.
Yeah, oh, okay. So he's just shy of the first down, it appears, as of right now. We're going to have an official's timeout just to get these sticks fixed. Looks like, they did some damage to him for sure. It broke it. And I'm not sure if you could see it at home. They're trying to figure out how to get this thing back together.
While we got a minute, for those back home listening to our CZRE Bearcats, there's a podcast came out today. It's great. It's Kerry Martin. He always does that at the Crown Brew, does with the coaches.
Yes.
And they had
kind
John
of a coach's corner. Yeah.
John Kretz. I'm going to let you call this out before I get back to my story.
Okay, so what are we doing?
That's first down.
Yep, they have called for the first down after the measurement, so it's how close the call was. Going to bring up first down and 10 for the Bearcats. Go right ahead, Skyler.
Amazing. It was an amazing interview. Talked about his life. A lot of talk about CZR football. He mentioned former players. Kerry Martin mentioned about their former, matchups. Talked about being a mentor as a coach, not just a coach, but a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about knowing playing practice, and he mentions Coach Rude, some of the other Ross Babbington. I mean, if you got an hour, listen to it. You won't regret it.
First and 10 for the Bearcats. Savita under center. We're at the 30 or 41-yard line. It's a handoff straight up the gut to Fletcher. He's going to barrel through for about 4 on the play. And there, number 82, Cross once again in on the tackle. It looks like about 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up second down and 7.
Now it is the second. I've had so many people text me and be like, "Hey, it's the first quarter." Yeah, now it's the second.
Now that is the end of the first quarter, Skyler. The Hamilton County Foxes are up 13-8 over the CZRE Bearcats. We're going to take about 2 minutes here and through this break here and get ourselves together, and we will be right back. All right, we are back here in Hamilton County, coming out of the end of the first quarter. It's 13-8 in favor of the Foxes. The Bearcats are moving the ball. We are at the Foxes' 39-yard line. It's second down and 7. Savita comes under center. Looks like the Foxes are attempting for a blitz here. Handoff goes to Fletcher. He makes a move on a guy, breaks it back inside, and is going to pick up about 5 more on the play. There again, pick up 4. Get 4.
Yep.
It's going to bring up about third down and 3, maybe 4 for the Bearcats.
We talked about, some guys having to get out. I'm seeing 71's Chris Monteith. He is playing tackle. He normally plays just defense, but, forced into action tonight.
Right.
So there's another two-way player for us.
Hand off to Fletcher once again. He's following his blockers up the middle, and he's going to ramble for about 7, it looks like, and that's going to be good for a Bearcats first down. Nice run for Tripp. Just pick up this chunk yards. Pick them up, pick them up. We do have a Fox down on the field right now, so we're going to have an officials timeout. Getting some updates from Luke back home. He mentions that in the Benton-DuQuoin game, Benton had a score from 50 yards out, but he is called back after a holding penalty. So that game there is going to be, that's just going to be a barn burner of a game. I don't care if it's a defensive battle or an offensive. That's just going to be an outright battle. I heard over the PA system that Flora is up 14-0 over Edwards County. I'm going to try to pull up some other scores from around the region as well.
I thought I heard him say Johnson City up 8-6 over El Dorado.
All right, let's get old score stream up here running. Nashville easily over Anna Jonesboro at the end of the first, 27-0. It is 7-7 DuQuoin and Benton at Benton. Carterville's up big over Heron right now, 21-0. Johnson City 8, El Dorado 6. That's in the second quarter.
We know that El Dorado team's tough. That's a team that's not going down without a fight.
Exactly. Pinckneyville's holding their own with 3-0 West Frankfort. It's 14-7 in Pinckneyville in that game. Another shocker, Massac and Murfreesboro are tied at the first quarter, 7-7. And Breeze Mater Dei 14-7 over Harrisburg. In Sparta, it is the Chester Yellow Jackets 14-0 over the Sparta Bulldogs. And final from the area that I have access to here, we have Marion down 10-0 over Althoff, and Cahokia and Carbondale are tied at no score in that one. Back to action here in Hamilton County. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Savita under center. It's going to go to, I lost the fumble on the play. Nice awareness by one of our linemen. I think that is Noah Wilson. Saw the ball squirt out. He hustled over and got on it, covered that play up. It's a loss of 6 on the play, but that could have been worse. Nice job of awareness for Noah.
Come in and pop that ball. I don't know if he ripped it out or if it just...
I think it was a helmet on the ball, and it just squirted out of there like it was like a rocket come out of there.
I saw number 7, Frankie Guerrera, check in. He's normally one of our good pass catchers.
Yes.
So
he's actually as a tight end, lined up at tight end right now on the left side. We have, is that... Not sure who that was.
40, or that's Hunter Hammonds again.
Hunter Hammonds once again. So Hunter's going to get us back to about the original line of scrimmage, which is 5-yard pickup, and we're about 3rd and 9 at this point. So, again, we're at 4-down territory. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes.
I mean, he proved it earlier when we was at our own 45-yard line, and he went for it on 4th down. So I think that's going to be Coach's thing tonight.
You just make it a manageable 4th down.
Yes.
That's what you want to get. Make it, 4th and 6, 4th and 5 or less. 4th and 10's tough.
Yeah, and it forces you into a passing down, which I wouldn't be surprised here if this isn't a passing down either. But instead, it went to Schalake.
No.
He drops the ball, and we luckily recover this one again, but this is going to be close to a 15-yard loss on this play.
Oh.
I don't think Schalake ever had the handle on it. He looked like he was fumbling it. He got a bad handoff or the exchange, something. I don't know.
So we're back to where – we talked about it with the pregame. If you're going to make a mistake, don't make it a crucial time.
Yeah.
Right there's a crucial time because now you've completely taken, it's 4th and a mile. You got to punt.
Yeah.
But
we're not. Yeah. We're not punting. He's going to go for it, but that eliminates the element of the pass or the run. So now, I mean, if I'm Hamilton County, I'm looking pass all the way.
It's just that's the worst time for a mistake like that.
You got Schalake out wide right. You got Leo Tucker out on the left side.
We fumbled the snap.
And the snap was fumbled once again. So the Bearcats are going to turn the ball over on downs What was a promising drive just turned into complete disaster with 3 different fumbles in that series.
Those are the – I feel like I'm beating a dead horse because I feel like this is 3 straight broadcasts where we've said, we got to overcome these mistakes we've been making for years.
Yep.
This is what's always put us behind. This is what always has kept us from these victories, and we're just continuing to make these types of mistakes.
Yep.
3 of them in a row. 3 fumbles in a row. You don't even give your offense a chance to do anything.
And I know that we have a new man on center tonight, but I don't think any of those 3 were necessarily on him.
No.
Maybe that last one may not have been a good exchange, but the previous 2 definitely were not on the center, so we can't use that as an excuse. Handoff up the middle, number 3 for the Foxes, wrapped up by, let's see who gets off of the pile here. I think that was Johnny Gaddis on the tackle on that one.
So I see 44 is Lucas Rogers, so he's put a new linebacker in.
Yep.
I think you're at the point you're trying to figure out something.
Yeah, somebody, and Lucas is a big kid, so hopefully he's able to step in and plug that middle hole up, because that's where we're leaking big time, right up the middle. Shotgun for this quarterback. It's going to be pulled out. He's looking for room. He's got a guy to beat. He's dragging a Bearcat down for an extra 5 yards. Eventually, Landon Butler's able to drag him down, but not before a pickup of 10 for the quarterback, Dallas Benbrook.
It looked like we had that strung out perfectly, and you just it's like I always remember, Carterville used to run that option. It was always like, defensive end, your responsibility is going to be the quarterback. The cornerback, your responsibility is going to be that running back. Just stay out there, and we're not executing it right now.
And right now it looks like we're just not recognizing that option at all. We're not recognizing the play, and we're so slow to react. Benbrook is in shotgun once again. Motion man number 32 heading to the right side. It's a low snap.
There we go.
And the Foxes are smart just to fall on it.
That's the first mistake. That's their first mistake.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to capitalize on it.
And it was a low snap. It was out of the reach of the quarterback, and the running back that was behind, he just fell on that, didn't try to do anything with it.
Yep.
Take your loss, move on to your next play.
Okay, so now you've got them pinned really deep here. You got second and almost 15, 16 yards.
Yep.
They may try one more run here, but then, they're going to look to pass. But knock down. We got to knock down butt passes.
Yep.
And don't give up a big run up the middle.
Trips left. Last time was an option, but I think it might be a pass this time. And it is a pass. Got a guy over the middle. That's number 24 right in the middle. But we are able to make a stop. It is a 6-yard pickup, but it's tackled by Landon Butler at the original line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Foxes.
I thought that play was going to get more for them.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny Gaddis kind of recovered really quickly to get a hand on that guy. But
and it was Landon Butler who finished him off. So, good job from our linebackers and our backfield.
I think the thing, I'm watching this is they're dropping back to pass. They haven't taken a shot over the top.
No.
They're not. Everything is underneath. I wouldn't mind if our D-backs start pressing, play a little closer.
Yeah,
don't give them this cushion.
It's going to be another pass rolling to his left. He's got a guy over the middle once again. Big hit by Gage Slakey, but the catch by number 18 for the Foxes. That is Cameron Milligan, senior for the Foxes. Pickup of about 12 on the play. Wide open over the middle. And that was that soft coverage you were talking about.
You have zero pressure on if you're not getting pressure on the quarterback, you got to press these wide receivers.
Yep.
You got to be right up in their face and
force them off the routes.
Soft coverage and no pressure. Quarterback's got all day to find a guy.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to be more aggressive. We're not being aggressive enough. Our defense is just letting things come to them. We need to be downhill attacking.
I agree. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Foxes. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Bearcats. Shotgun formation. It's going to be a little option. Quarterback's going to keep it, trying to cut through the middle. He's going to pick up maybe 3 on the play. Number 77 for the Bearcats, that's Noah Casey on the tackle.
We played that a little bit better. That option kind of it looked like it was slow to develop for them.
Yes, they didn't come out explode like they had before. They brought that to the weak side of the field, so not as much room to run. It's almost like the quarterback was just trying to find which hole he wanted to hit. I really don't know if he was really and truly looking for the pitch on that one, but we got a timeout here in Hamilton County. This one is going to be charged to the Foxes. 4:23 here in the second quarter. It is the CZRE Bearcats 8 and the Hamilton County Foxes 13.
You know, this is a drive we got to get a stop.
Yep.
Like, there is no other way about it. We need to, now that I can say we're headed into halftime, closing in on it, we absolutely have. We cannot afford to be down, 19-8. I know we get the ball to start the half, but our defense needs something positive to say, well, they've had the ball 3 times, they've scored 3 times. We need to be able to get a stop, make some things happen here. I mean, I'd love to see an interception. I mean, they're not afraid to throw, and the quarterback's got a solid arm.
Yeah, he's making wise choices. They're not really throwing anything deep. They're finding that soft zone in the middle of the field. Every time we've had a defender in the area, but he's just been playing too deep. And they've been able to find that soft spot, and the quarterbacks hit him. All right, we're back to action here. Fox is coming out of the huddle.
I'd really like to see somebody step up, make a big play here. Whether it's a tackle on the line, it's something. I want to see
in the backfield. We need something in the, and that's just a quarterback sneak there for the quarterback. Good old tush push, and he's going to pick up a solid 8 yards on that play.
Well, they're going right at the middle of our defense.
Yeah,
and until we stop them, I mean, why stop?
Not?
Why not keep going at it?
Yeah.
We'll make it 3rd down and 2.
I'd almost say
Thomas Chevis, I can never say his name correctly, my apologies. He has stepped into the game. He's come in, looks like to be in that nose tackle spot. So, again, I think Coach Rude, they're trying everybody to see who's going to step up and take that challenge and make this position theirs for the night. Trips to the right side, one to the left, and it is a pass play.
Zero pressure,
right up the middle. Nice catch by the receiver. He's scrambling, coming to the near side. Finally brought down by Gage Lakey. But again, there's another probably 10 to 15-yard pickup for the Foxes. Finding that soft zone, and they're picking us apart there.
Yeah, you know what's frustrating, too? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and watch that one. I think we only rushed 3 guys. So you've got 8 guys drop back into coverage. How are they still finding open? How's he finding open guys? If they're out there, got 3 guys out in the open. We got 8 guys.
Yep.
We should be able to shut that down.
We're just not reacting to the ball tonight. We're not flowing with the action. We're not picking up the receivers coming out, breaking out of their routes. It's almost as if, well, I'm covering him until he breaks, and once he breaks, it's somebody else's job.
I'm afraid here comes an option.
Yeah, that's an illegal play. That's an illegal play right there. Yep.
Somebody dropped the ball on
that
one.
That's 2 men in motion, and that's going to drop them back.
Silly mistakes like that also play a part in the ball game, especially close to the ball game like this.
We'll start on the Foxes. It's going to back them up.
Illegal motion on the Foxes is going to be a 5-yard penalty. He's going to bring up 1st and 15 from the Bearcats' 13-yard line.
Clock's running we got 2 minutes 30 seconds. Clock running. So, like I said, this is where you're probably not getting the ball back for half. You got to get your stops.
Yeah.
You got to get a stop. Keep them out.
And again, this goes back to that. If we have some positive defensive plays, we can go into halftime. Quarterback's got all day long to pass. There's a huge holding, and it is called. Quarterback makes the throw, and it falls incomplete. That was the first time that I saw that the Foxes didn't have anybody wide open in the receivings.
No, I looked. We rushed 4 guys on that. We had 7 7 people back in coverage.
Yep.
Noah Wilson, I mean, he chokeholded him to the ground. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, Noah was doing everything he could to get to the quarterback, and the the offensive lineman, he almost like he got on top of him to ride him there. So it's going to be a hold. This is back-to-back penalties on the Foxes, so starting to see some mental mistakes on their part as well. And, it's late into the second quarter. There's a lot of guys on both teams playing Ironman football. Fatigue's starting to get in. It's still hot out. It's not like it had been the last few nights, but that's playing a factor as well.
And you still have some young kids. You got maybe a few sophomores mixed. I mean, there are going to be some mistakes.
Yep.
So right here, we cannot let them off the hook. We got them 1st and 25.
Yeah, 1st and 25 for the Foxes. 2:06 left here in the first half. Their playbook is wide open still because they've been moving the ball well on the run. They've looked to pass, which they're doing right now. Quarterback's got it all day. Nowhere to go. Noah Casey is going to drive him out. Quarterback just throws a Hail Mary up, and it is out of bounds. Smart play on his part. He had nobody open, and he had nowhere to go with the run. So it's a very smart play on the quarterback's part. That's Dallas Spinbrook.
Okay. Brody Richardson checking in. He's going to give Noah Wilson a break.
Yep.
Noah's been rushing the passer every play. They kind of did us a favor that one because it did stop the clock. I imagine you're going to see a run here because we've only got one timeout left. They're going to want to burn some clock. They're not going to want to throw another incompletion, stop the clock, and give us a timeout. Give us a chance to have any. They're not going to give us a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, exactly. 2nd and 25 for the Foxes. 1:48 left in the first half.
I'll be shocked if it's anything other than a run right now.
Man, in motion for the Foxes near side. It is a handoff.
Good hit.
And met immediately by number 51. That's
Brogdon Mitchell.
Yeah, Brogan Mitchell. Then a couple others. I think Jackson Gaddis was in on that one as well. So the linebackers did their job. Very minimal gain, 2 yards on the play.
So we called our last timeout.
Yep.
So you got 1:27 on the clock. So my guess is they're going to run another run play. That'll take them under a minute. And then I imagine they will. I mean, obviously they'll probably go for it, but the way it's going to look, I don't think we're going to have. If we get the ball back, we're probably going to have under 30 seconds, under 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Right now, what you want to do, you want to avoid a holding penalty, any type of illegal contact. You want to avoid a pass interference. Anything you can do that doesn't allow them to reset the chains and move the ball up.
Exactly.
Just no face mask penalties. Clean football here. Make a tackle. If you tackle them down, that's fine. You know, they run the clock out. I'm okay going into halftime 13-8 with us getting the ball.
Right. We'd love to have time left on the clock to maybe run a play or two, but the alternative, we definitely want to at least get the stop. Even if that means running the clock out, you get the stop on Hamilton County. Don't let them get another 2 scores up on us versus just this 13-8 game that we're in right now.
So we got our 3-man front and our linebackers. We're kind of we are soft on this one. I kind of understand it because we don't want to give up anything over the top here, big play. So it's okay to play back a little bit. He is going to pass. Oh, and now he went
to the deep side.
Okay. Now,
I think Trip Fletcher might have got away with a little bit of a hold on that one. Looks like he had a whole handful of jerseys that ball sailed.
That actually really works into our favor because it's 4th and a mile, and that stopped the clock. That only ran 7 seconds off the clock. So if we stop them here, we're going to get the ball back. I cannot
with about a minute, at least a minute left.
I really am surprised they didn't just try to run the clock out because now you stop them. The clock stops on change of possession.
Yes. So you figure if we stop them, that's going to put maybe a maximum of maybe 10 seconds on the off of the clock. So that's going to give us well over a minute left on this clock if we get the stop.
Let's get the stop first, but I'm going to be honest, I hate to question another head coach, but I'm a little baffled with
play call on that one.
Play call on that one. But now they'll pass.
Double left and triple right and drop back. Noah Casey is in pursuit. Quarterback reverses himself. He might have the edge if Noah Wilson can't get there. It's going to force our defensive backs to come up. Ball comes out, and the Bearcats do appear to recover.
Okay, we got the clock stopped over a
The
minute.
clock
That's
is stopped.
fine.
It does not matter if we recovered that or not. It is going to be a turnover on downs for the Bearcats, and more importantly, we got 1:03 left in this quarter to maybe try to do something here.
They gained, I think, 5 yards off that run.
Yeah, and he ran probably 55, 60 yards to pick up those 5.
So that's not the way. That's okay. So now,
all right.
You know what? You got no timeout, so you really are passing. But
yes.
if I'm going to pass first one, I'm running a screen pass.
And here's the thing: the deep safety for the Foxes is the quarterback who just ran about 65 yards, and he's still, you can tell he's sucking air right now.
Yeah.
So if you're going to attack, do you attack at him? I would.
Geez.
Looks like Savita got stepped on coming out of the snap. It was a pass play.
And
he went down.
The clock's running.
Yep. We can't stop it, so the boys got to get up there quickly. Make sure everybody gets set before we snap this. 48 seconds counting. 45, and then we get the snap off. Savita avoids one tackler. He's going to just heave it up to Schlake.
Get out of bounds.
Schlake makes a great over the head catch at the 48-yard line and steps out of bounds. Huge play by Savita, and even bigger play by Schlake on the catch.
That's two guys. That's just two guys that are willing their way on that drive.
Yeah.
He was under pressure right off the bat.
And he threw that on his back foot, trying to avoid the pressure. It was about a 35-yard pass, and he hit Schlake right over his right shoulder. Schlake pulled it in, 2 steps, and out of bounds. Perfect play.
Leo Tucker's up top screen.
Fletcher in motion. He's going to stop, and it's going to be a pass. Savita's going to have to roll out to his left. He's got all day. He's going to run. He's got to get to the sideline here. He is able to get down. Stop the clock at the 38-yard line to pick up a 14 on the play for Savita.
Okay.
And we still have 27 seconds left on the clock. We got plenty of time to take some shots at the end zone. You still have the option of run and get out of bounds.
And if you get it close, you do have a guy that can kick.
If all else fails, you want
to run out your give it a shot, you can.
Yep. Leo Tucker checks back into the game, so this is definitely a receiver package here.
You're telling your backs, you're telling your wide receivers, you have to go out of bounds. If you catch the ball,
you
got to aim for the sideline immediately.
Butler and Tucker to the left, Schlake on right, and motion for Fletcher. It's going to be a little toss out to Schlake. He tried turning upfield before he caught the ball.
Yep.
He just left that one on the ground.
Yep.
Took off about 4 seconds on the play, so 22 left.
Not sure that's the worst thing to happen because he had a defensive back right there. I'm afraid he would have gotten tackled in bounds. So, I would say that drop's almost okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do see Logan Jackson warming up. Liam Kane, Logan are
I agree with you, but I also think if he catches that and he's able to get turned before the defender's there, he's gone because it was him and the corner on this side. It was all there. Fletcher moves to the left side.
Here comes a blitz.
And Savita has to just get it's a screen pass to Fletcher. He's got room. He makes different guys miss.
Get up,
finally driven out of bounds. They're going to stop the clock for the moving of the chain. So we got to get up there and spike this ball as fast as
get set, guys.
And the clock is 13.2 seconds left. They start the clock. It's rolling, and it's going to be spiked down with 8.3 seconds left.
I love that screen pass.
That was nice.
Oh,
I wish we could have got out of bounds.
So honestly, you have 2 plays. You've got enough time. Now you can't take a lot of time. You got enough time to throw the ball in the end zone because you can't go anywhere in front of it. You got to your play has got to go to the end zone. If you don't get it, I don't know if Logan Jackson's got the leg. I don't think he does.
I don't think we're within range for him yet. I think about a 35. So we need to be about the 25-yard line, maybe the 15 in order to be within his range.
So, but you're taking a strike here at the end zone.
Yep.
Be quick, though. Get your routes quick.
Savita rolls out. He's headed to his right. He's
there.
Got Schlake, and he's got Butler.
Oh, he caught it!
He caught that. That ball was tipped by the Hamilton County defender. Is that Landon Butler?
No, that's Frankie Guerrera. That's
Frankie Guerrera, number 7, catches it through the hands of the Hamilton County defender. I thought the ball went to the ground, but Frankie was there to catch it. 1.4 seconds left in this quarter. What a play.
How does that – and now Now we've swung momentum now.
Yes.
Because that's deflating for McLeansboro.
Yeah.
Hamilton, that's deflating.
And we're going for 2 here.
Yeah.
You're going for 2. You already got the lead. You're going to go for 2, make it a 3-point game here.
Yep. I know Hamilton County's got a decent kicker. I'm not saying he could probably boot one too. So let's go ahead and make it a full 3 points. That was an unbelievable catch.
That was incredible. Looks like
Hammonds,
it's Hammond straight up the gut. It looks like he's got it. That's the 2-point conversion for Hammonds, just barreling his way through there.
And now look at our sideline. There's some momentum.
There's the energy. There is the energy. That was the spark that we needed. It's exactly what you talked about. Go into the halftime, get a defensive stop, and see if we can't do anything. Everything in that last 3 minutes felt exactly like we would hope that it would.
And we overcame a mistake. I mean, the first play of that, Savita falls, clock's running.
Yes.
And to get right back up and move downfield.
Yep.
That is Frankie Guerrero. I mean, I'll give credit to Landon. That's a heck of a throw, and he's scrambling out. But the concentration that Guerrero had to have to watch that ball go through that guy's hands right to him.
Yep. Yeah, because all I saw on that play was the defender right there, and I thought the ball went to the ground, and you're yelling, he caught it. I look up. From my point of view, I'm looking through 3 different sets of dirty windows here, and it's hard to just see the end zone from here.
I'm thinking my cousin Vinny, huh?
Oh, my goodness.
The crud-covered windows. Can you see through that?
So I don't have the greatest vantage point from here. So yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm half blind anyway. I don't know how I saw it. I guess I'm saying right here, you're probably onside. Kind of squib kick it. Don't give him a chance.
Do not give him a chance.
You maybe even just kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't even want to clock on the time on the clock. I kick it right at somebody in the middle of the field and converge on that. Let's see what we do. Jackson on the kick, and it is exactly what we said. It's going to be a 5-yard. 54 is recovering. There's 0.5 seconds left on this clock.
That was actually
been a little bit quick on the stop.
A little quick on the stop.
A little quick on the clock.
Because 54 got that, and he kind of took 2 steps. That's okay. But I will say, that was a really good onside kick, too, because you want that second bounce, and it got it. That's a perfect scenario. So now all you're doing is, I'd say, you rush 3 guys, you put everybody back, I imagine they may just take a knee, not risk anything. But in this instance, you rush 3 guys, and you put everybody back and just say, let them run all they want to. They're setting up. They're
setting up. They're in that. Just took a knee down. And I agree with you. That was the smart play to do.
Yes.
And we're thankful that they decided to go the smart way there. Hey, here we go. We got a ball game here in Hamilton County. It's the Foxes 13 and your CZR Bearcats 16.
I want to give a real quick recap right before we take our break. It's 16-13. Everything came together on that last. There's only, if you think about it, there's been 4 possessions for McLeansboro, and I think we've had 4, if I'm not mistaken. And we finally got a stop. And then down there we scored. We've only had the 1. Mistakes kind of cost us. But overall, it's been a solid, well-played game. And I really think getting the ball – we scored coming out of haltime. It's going to give us all the money. Did we do that against El Dorado? Didn't we score coming right out of half?
I think we did, yeah.
So, good. I think we're in good shape.
Yep. And I just want to point out the perseverance that we had. I mean, that series before this last drive, we had 3 fumbles in a row. We went negative yardage, about 25, 30 yards negative on that series. Managed to get a defensive stop, stepped up whenever we needed them to, forced a turnover by the Foxes, able to march the probably, 50, 80, 70 yards?
Yeah, 70 yards.
70 yards, because we took over right at the 30-yard line, and we made in we had a minute and 3 seconds whenever we took over.
Yep.
So a minute and 3, we went 70 yards. I love seeing that.
That's a good way to end your half and start second half. So that's
absolutely
all I really got.
Hey, guys, we're going to take a break here. We're going to venture down and buy ourselves something cold to drink because it is almost as hot as it is up in the press box there in Christopher. Not quite as bad, but it's still pretty warm. So we're going to venture down, get ourselves a drink, and we'll be back momentarily. All right, Skylar and I are here back in Hamilton County. We got about 3 minutes, 10 seconds or so left in the halftime. Got an update from the Benton DuQuoin game. That one is still just a battle. It is 7-7 at the half. Both teams have had opportunities. Both teams have made mistakes. Let's see here. Johnson City is over El Dorado at the half. It's 14-6. Like you said, Skylar, 14-6 for over on El Dorado.
Yeah.
The El Dorado's a lot better team than what many people think if they're hanging with JC like that. Also have score from Fairfield. It's 28-22 in favor of Cesar. Let me go to another site here, see what else I can find.
I'm gonna interrupt you while
Yep.
you're looking, and I'm gonna talk golf.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I did get a golf result from today. I don't have the boys yet. I do have the girls' side. Our freshman, we only have one female golfer. It's a freshman from Christopher, Adeline Snell. She came in second place today. She
Nice
shot
job.
a 44, lost by 2 strokes to a senior.
Good
which
for
is
her.
pretty impressive when you're thinking a freshman going against a senior.
Absolutely.
So, congratulations to her. I know it's not easy being the only. You're on your own out there,
Yeah.
but I think she's really competing well, and I've seen she's had some really good places this year. So congratulations to Adeline. Keep up the good work on the golf end of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's some more updates. It's halftime in Pinckneyville, and Frankfurt Redbirds are up 30-13 over the Panthers. As we mentioned, it's Johnson City 14-6 over El Dorado. Nashville is up big over Anna Jonesboro at the half. It's 49-0 in that contest. Carterville is handling Heron easily at half as well, 28-0 there. Cesarville is up 28-22 over Fairfield. Massac is ahead of Murfreesboro at the half, 14-7, and Chester 14-0 over Sparta. Marion 21-10 over Belleville Altoff, and Breeze Mater Dei up big, 38-7 over Harrisburg. the Cahokia and Carbondale game hasn't been updated in a while.
Okay.
It is 13 to 16 in favor of your CZR Bearcats here in Hamilton County. We got about 1 minute left here in the halftime. Teams will be coming out, and then they'll get their 3-minute warm-up, and then we'll be back to live action.
I was talking to I guess I should start calling my halftime coach. Our 7th and 8th grade coach, Trevor Monser. He's watching from afar, and he was talking about getting that score at the end, and his comment to me was, it looks like Hamilton County looks tired.
Yes.
And we need to go out and score and take advantage of it.
I agree with you.
And I think that's a perfect summation of it, because you think about it, you had those mistakes that when you get tired, you start making mistakes.
Yep.
They made some mistakes on the end.
Yep.
They didn't get some coverage down here. We went down and scored. So, we know that they don't have a lot of kids in the program, and the ones they have, they're playing both ways. We're able to get a few fresh bodies in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would honestly say that, that's right. I think we come out, we can put one in the end zone. Now you've made it a 2-score game. And, I imagine we've made tons of halftime adjustments to address our defensive issues. Offense looks fine. I mean, we've moved the ball. We've shot ourselves in the foot, but we've had no problems really moving the ball. I bet Hunter Hammonds is probably closing in on 60, 70 yards.
Easily.
Rushing.
And I would say Savita on the passing end, he's probably close to that 65, 70 yards passing as
Yes.
well. Keep in mind, Savita last season was one of the area's top passers as a junior. When Coach Rude comes in, he brings in his offense, which is heavily run-oriented. But we have the top passer from last year in the area, or one of them anyhow. We have one of the top receivers from last year also still back there this year.
Yep.
We do have a passing game. It's just that we don't pull it out that often. Whenever it does come out, it's been some huge plays that we've had out of it. So definitely something that is going to force Hamilton County to make them aware of it, and they're going to have to make some adjustments on that end. And when they do, then that's just going to open us right back up for a run game again.
Absolutely. Again, want to thank our sponsors. Again, you see them scrolling across the bottom corner of your screen. This is the first year we've actually gotten to have some sponsors, and we're really grateful for everything that they do. We talk about the kids get fed every Thursday.
Yep.
They go to a different church or venue, and they get a meal after a Thursday practice, and then they usually get some type of speaker. I know this past week the KC Hall fed them. And I was heard the burgers were excellent.
I heard the same thing.
And Tom Wheeler, former longtime coach, Tom Wheeler spoke to the boys, and my dad was talking to me on the the way here, and he said he ran into Tom's wife, Linda, and Tom was extremely complimentary of the kids and said that they were so attentive. And he said he had multiple kids come up to him afterwards and just thank him for being there, thank him for talking. And, that speaks volumes to the leadership of this program and where kids are at, what they're learning from Coach Rude, Coach Sherrill, Coach Bays, what their parents have taught them. And, that to me, that's just awesome to see when you're getting feedback from your speakers who are trying to speak to these kids, saying like, hey, they're a respectful bunch, and that makes you even root that much more for these kids and pull for them. And I really do think this is just a good group all around kids we got playing right now.
And I was talking with Liam after dinner last night, and he's like, he said Coach Wheeler had a lot of good stuff to say. He said, and most everybody was very attentive and really taking in what he was trying to say, to the message he was trying to deliver to him. And I told him, I said, buddy, you have to embrace this. Okay, you got resources like Coach Wheeler, like Coach Kretz, like Coach Rude, like Coach Sherrill that have been around, and they've seen just about everything possible, not only in the sports that they coach, but in life in general. So whenever they are offering their advice and they're speaking to you, soak that in, because you don't get those opportunities very often.
Nope. We're very fortunate that the churches and everywhere. I mean, we're talking churches, Ziegler, Royalton, Christopher, everywhere. Elkville's probably waiting to get into help. I mean,
I agree.
We've got the Mama Cats that are rolling through. They're helping, feeding kids.
We got parent groups that are taking care of the kids after the games and feeding them. And even for the JV games, they're stepping up and doing that. A lot of community
support going on right now. So I want to reward them with a win tonight.
Absolutely. Here we go. We're ready to kick off the second half of football here in Hamilton County. The ball is a deep kick to the Bearcats. Lakey retreats all the way back to his 10-yard line. He's going to bring it forward, brings it straight up the middle, finally drugged down at the 30-yard line. Looks like number 14, I believe that was 14, Bo Lee, a freshman for the Foxes on the tackle. And honestly, if he doesn't make that, I think that's going to be a big run back for Slakey.
I was watching that gap.
I was
kind
too.
Of form, and I was like, "There's one man."
And the freshman stepped up in the hole and made the tackle.
Kudos to that freshman because I'm sure he's probably nervous, sprinting downfield, knowing he's got a senior barreling at him.
Exactly.
Hey, am I mistaken, or is that rain out there?
You know what? I see jackets and umbrellas popping up. I think it might be. Look into the lights, and I see a little bit of rain coming down.
Hey, where's our sports our storm predictor at on that
I
one?
know. He's dropped the ball. I figured I'd get a message or something. Schlakey in motion, and the ball goes to him. He's on the outside, weaving his way through. Nice pickup. Looks like about an 8-yard gain for Schlakey. Brings the ball out to the Bearcats' 40-yard line. Going to bring up second down and short.
It's a great start. You love to see go right to the outside, big yardage picked up.
Now Welch on the tackle for the Foxes. Ball's just inside the 40-yard line.
Poor Cody. He's at. We got Cody Doble out here filming this, and he's had no choice to stand out in the rain.
Yeah.
Good kid he is.
It's Fletcher on the near side. He's got a block with Wilson.
It's coming back.
But that's going to be a hold away from the play. It was one of those, had absolutely zero impact on the play. But pick up a hold. It's going to be brought back from the spot, and it's going to wipe away a 15-yard gain and end up being a 10-yard loss.
That timely penalty. And I got to say, we've played a pretty mistake-free game. We really – as far as penalties go, we've really done really well with that.
Yeah.
But, man, oh, man. And like you said, when it's away from the play, those are the ones that are the most frustrating. Because if you're trying to hold to make a block to spring a guy that you're right there in it, okay, sometimes you can maybe be like, hey, it's an effort. That's an effort play. But when it has nothing.
And I know the linemen are told to hold your blocks, continue your blocks, just in case the ball's brought back your way, if you change the direction or something like that. But you got to be aware of where the ball is as a lineman. Granted, I've never played the line of scrimmage, but, it's just common sense that you've got to be aware of those situations. It's going to bring up second down and 12 for the Bearcats. It looks like it is Hunter Hammonds on the carry up the middle. He's going to pick up a solid 3 on the play. They're going to end up giving him 5, so it's going to bring up third down and about 7 for the Bearcats. Ball is at the 35-yard line. We're 10 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Your Bearcats are up 16-13 over Hamilton County. Savita under center. Fletcher in motion. He stops. It's going to be a pass. He's got a man deep. Oh!
You could. The problem we're having when he drops back to pass, whoever number 5 is for McLeansboro or Hamco, he is in Savita's face. So our right side protection, either the right tackle, the right tight end, or the right wingback, I don't know who it is yet.
Somebody's missing an assignment.
Somebody is missing an assignment because he's not even got a chance. So that drive again. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's exactly what that drive was. You get a great first down run.
Yep.
You get a long run called back by penalties, and then you miss a block, and then And the thing is, Gage had a step on him. It's hard because
the ball was thrown behind him a little bit. Gage tried selling it as far as getting a pass interference call. It was good. That was a punt. I believe Logan Jackson has a nice punt, and the coverage is good for the Bearcats. Number 22, that's Jackson Gaddis.
No, that was that Savita, I think, that punted that.
Was that Savita? I thought
No,
it was 13.
Okay, that was
Yeah,
Logan.
that was Logan. That was probably the best punt he's had all season long. That was a nice high punt.
High punt. Somewhat flipped the field. Gave your defense time to get down there. So now it's time for our defense to get up and make a stop.
I would say that was about a 40-yard punt with about a 5-yard return on the play for the Foxes. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Foxes at the 41-yard line, their own 41. 10 minutes left here in the third. Shotgun formation. And it's going to be an inside handoff.
Hang on.
Oh, we had a guy in the backfield, but he slips the tackle, manages to make his way back to the line of scrimmage before Noah Casey is able to stop him.
Brogan Mitchell, that's who got 51.
51, Brogan Mitchell
He's having
made
a lot of success when they blitz him. He's getting in the backfield. He's even making contact. He's just got to finish.
Yeah, he's got to exactly. Memphis Pontius was in on that tackle as well, along with Noah Casey. So Mitchell was able to flush him, break up the momentum, and then Memphis and Noah able to finish that off. So that's something encouraging. Short gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 9 for the Foxes. Shotgun formation once again. Man in motion heading to the far side.
All ball on the ground.
And there's motion, the illegal motion on the Foxes. Number 32 for the Foxes kind of stumbled forward, got his momentum, and he couldn't stop. Went forward, and that's going to get called every time.
I almost wish that didn't get called because that ball hit the deck.
I know. Yeah, I would have taken the loss and the loss it down versus the penalty myself.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 14.
Again, you've got exhausted bodies out on the field both sides right now, and we've said it from the pregame. We've talked about through. This is kind of a game of attrition, and it's kind of like who's going to flinch first, who's going to wear down first. And I'm really hoping that we see more mistakes from Hamco.
Yep, I agree.
Another
bad snap. That should have been down. Although we're going to take this instead for sure.
I'll gladly take that.
Absolutely. Schlakey continued to play. The quarterback knew he was down. The referee did not call it. He scrambled out, and Schlakey just pursued him.
Great.
Huge loss on that one.
You know what? Kudos to our kids for not stopping. And now I know the officials are talking. They're talking about it now.
Yep. But there was no whistle. I don't know how they can come back and make that call.
But I think they we lost scoreboard power here.
Yeah, that happened earlier going in from the 1st to the 2nd. Just shut off. So that's going to be a huge loss. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 30. Third down and 30 about.
So what you're aiming for here, and we got to get an official timeout, make sure they get the clock squared away. They want the clock winded, and there we go. You get a stop here, and you pinned them back. Now you've got a chance to really flip the field.
Absolutely.
But this is a big play.
Yeah, and a pass is coming. Where we going to be able to little screen pass out to the far side. He does have a few blockers, but the Bearcats are going to contain that one.
Oh,
ball comes out at the very end of the play. They're going to call it dead, though. Going to say stop the momentum of the runner. Had him stacked up before we knocked it out.
You know what, that defense is. That's when you can play that soft coverage when it's 3rd and long like that, because you don't want to give anything over the top there. Tackle everything in front. So
Bearcats gave up 15 on that play, but it's still going to be 4th down and about 14 still to go. So they had some yardage to give up on that. You did not want to give up the very deep ball. The screen, I mean, you're going to get the yardage out of that.
Oh, let's have a bad punt
bad
or a
time
punt
for
return,
a bad snap right now
something.
myself. Yep. Their kicker does have a leg. We saw that.
Oh,
and it is a bad snap. It's over his head. It's going all the way
there.
back to the 10. He picks it up. He's scrambling to the near side of the leg, and the Bearcats are in pursuit. And it's Jackson Gaddis is going to make the stop. That's a huge play for the Bearcats.
We said
exactly what we needed.
Mistakes. These, I hate to be this way, but these are the mistakes that we have made in the past.
Yep.
That now we're seeing another team. Now you got to take advantage.
Yep.
You could not ask for a better setup than now. What I'm doing right now, I'm putting the handing in my best player's hands. I'm handing the ball off to Trip Fletcher.
It's going to be a steady dose of Trip Fletcher and Hunter Hammonds, in my opinion.
I'm going right to Trip right off the bat here.
Tripp is on the left side at the wing back. We got double stack wings on both sides. Schlakey the other. It's Schlakey in motion. Schlakey gets the handoff. He's going to the far side trying to get the corner.
Cut.
He gets a block from Leo Tucker, picks up an extra 3 yards on the play. Leo rode his man very well. Schlakey made a nice cut off of him and picked up a couple more yards on that play.
Right here is where you as an offense, you have to focus. You cannot afford a penalty.
None.
You can't afford a turnover. You have to leave this drive right here with 6. You cannot leave points out on the board. So,
and if you're getting 6, you might as well get the extra 2 on the PAT as well.
Well, now see, I like you flip. You've got this whole right side of your field open.
Yep.
That's where Tripp normally runs to.
Frankie Guerrero is out wide. We have Landon Butler in for Schlakey as one wing. It's Fletcher in motion. He gets it coming to the near side. He's following his blocker. Hamilton County did a real nice job of stringing that play out and not letting Tripp get the corner.
That was excellent. That was excellent defense.
Yeah, they played that absolutely perfect.
Well, now, so you got two. So my thought is you've gone to the left, you've gone to the right. Now maybe you go up the middle, and if not, or
and Hunter's coming in. So
you've got your two. You've got 2 plays here. You need 6 yards, 2 plays.
Yep. You got Hammonds coming in. He's going to be the lone back. I take it back. You have him flanked on the right by Butler. Fletcher's at the wing. And it's going to be Hunter Hammonds up the middle.
That pile,
the pile just keeps pushing and keeps pushing. Going to be short of the first down, but it was some definite positive yardage there.
I think we are 4th and short. So this right here, how bad do you want this game?
Yeah.
How bad do you want it? Because you're 4th and short. You have the ball. You got a chance to really put a little bit of distance between you and another team right here.
Yeah, and a team that's tired.
Lineman,
and you don't want to give them any momentum.
It's
you don't want to give them
4th and 1.
any encouragement whatsoever.
They're going to stack everybody up the middle. They probably know it's either going to be quarterback sneak or Hunter Hammonds is getting the ball.
I agree. You got Schlakey and Hunter Hammonds in the backfield. It's going to be Hunter Hammonds up the middle. He's still powering his way. He was trying to fight for those extra yards. He picked up about 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Bearcats. Looks like the ball's sitting at about, I'm guessing, about the 6-yard line. Again, I'm looking through some 4-yard line. Looking through some not so clear windows right now. So
I had somebody send me a message, two Utes from my cousin Vinny, because we were talking about all that.
Oh my goodness. Savita under center, 1st and goal for the Bearcats. It's going to be Tripp Fletcher coming to the right side. He has to change of direction. There. Yeah, he's about due to break one. The containment on the outside was there for the Foxes. He had to turn it upfield. He was able to pick up maybe a yard, if that. It's still going to be 2nd and goal for the Bearcats.
This isn't, and here's the thing, too. Clock's running. You've been able to chew up some time.
Yep.
You punch this in here. Okay. Now you've got him down a 2-score game. You've ran, you're down to 4 minutes left in the third. This has the makings here.
Yeah. As they say, the best defense is a really good offense that holds the ball. Savita under center is going to be Hammonds again. He's fighting for the yardage.
He is right
there.
He
was right at the goal line.
He was stacked up. Go right back.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's just short. It's probably at the 1-foot line maybe.
Hand it right. If I'm them, I'm lining up. I'm going right back to him.
Yep. Well, it looks like they did not give him his forward momentum on that one, his forward progress. They stacked it up. He ends up with a 1-yard gain. It's 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
He looked closer to me.
He was, and I think we kind of did not get the forward progress on that one. Have to go back and watch it later tonight.
All right, two plays here. Let's go. We need 3 yards, 2 plays.
Hand off to Fletcher. He's weaving his way. He's right at the goal line. I think he's just shy.
Gosh. This reminds me, I hate to be this way, it reminds me of El Dorado. We had a chance to put that game away, and we needed 1 yard, and we couldn't get it. So we're taking a time. I'm okay.
Coach Rude is wanting to talk this one over. He's wanting to come up with their best plan. I'm quite sure he's talking with Coach Sherrill right now, who's right next to us in the next room. So, they're trying to figure out what's going to be the best play here.
Well, I'd say just Hunter Hammonds can get you a yard, and that's all you need. I mean, you're on. Tripp's kind of shifty. He can get through there, but you're bulldozing ahead.
Which side are you going? Which side seems to be the strong
I'll
side
be
for
honest
us
with
right
you,
now?
I'm running Hunter Hammonds to my left.
Yep.
Well, to my left guard. Although I really do like Noah Wilson because I think he is one of our best linemen. But it seems like we're having just a tad more success with Hunter to the left side. So I'm going right. But
right behind guard, in between guard tackle.
And I know Coach Bays is over there. I know Coach Rude's over there. But they're telling this is on your lineman.
Yep.
This play right here comes down to your offensive lineman. Do they get off? Do they get their blocks? Do they give Hunter enough room to cross? Because this comes down to your lineman right here. How bad do you guys want this? And like we said, we got two non-starters having forced into action.
Exactly. And, I mean, with all things considered, I mean, they finally got their feet wet. They got in here. They got used to the tempo of the game, and now they've played a lot better. After that first quarter, Line has done a much better job. It's going to be him.
He's in.
Oh, he went in. He kind of jumped over one defender who was on the ground, and he walks in for the touchdown.
I'm happy. I'm so happy for that kid, too.
Yeah, and you said you really like going on that right side behind Noah Wilson, so that's
right where they ran behind. Noah's thrown a lot of blocks tonight, and I'm just happy for Hunter because he's done a lot of like that. You want to call it the heavy lifting, like you're in between the tackles. Done the dirty work, and now you get to be rewarded, and that's a big score right there.
That's a huge score. It's 3:05 here in the third quarter. The Bearcats have gone up 22-13, and it looks like we're going to go for two on the point after attempt. Savita under center, and it's going to go to Hammonds once again.
He's in.
And easily he walks in for the 2-point conversion as well. Bearcats are up 24-13 here with 3:05 in the third quarter.
He's having an excellent night. And you know what, again, it almost looked like he went untouched on that touchdown. So, again, that we talked about, where's your offensive lineman at? They got off. Our linemen got off on that ball quickly.
Yep. And I if you just look at the Hamilton County players as they're walking back out for the kickoff, they're deflated and they look tired. A lot of hands on hips.
Yep.
A lot of kids walking out to their spots versus the Bearcats coming out, and you can see them. They're all jogging out there.
A little more pep in the step right now.
A little more pep in the step right now.
Chuck, when's the last time our kids have been able to say we're up 2 scores?
Yeah.
It's been over. I mean, that's the thing. We're breaking down a lot of barriers right here so far this season. And now we still got a long way to go. And we can't ease up.
No, absolutely
not. This is definitely heading in the right direction.
Yes, for sure. Score from Benton, the Rangers have went up 14-7 over the DuQuoin Indians. 3 minutes left in the third on that game. My man Luke back home is keeping me updated on this. Logan Jackson ready for the kickoff, and he hits a mid-range shot. It's going to be picked up by the Foxes at the 35-yard line, and he's going to bring it out to about the 40 where they're going to pick up 1st and 10.
That's a good spot to kick that ball because you're pinning them against the sideline. And there's not much of a chance to return. Worst case, if he kicks it out of bounds, it's going to the 40 anyway. So
exactly.
That's a good spot. Good call by the coaches over there. Well, now it's time for. I'd love to see your defense respond again. I would really. I don't want to make this any closer. I mean, you can
the way we've been ball control and eating time off of the clock in that last drive. Like to get a stop here and do another drive like that and eat as much clock as we can. Inside handoff to number 3 for the Foxes. He's going to rumble down for about a 4-yard gain. Noah Wilson and Trip Fletcher on the tackle. Excuse me, that's not Fletcher. That was Caden Niblett. Caden Niblett in on the tackle for the Bearcats.
I think Jackson Gaddis a little slow to come off, needs a breather. Here comes Lucas Rogers in. So Ziegler Jr. for a Ziegler Jr. That's nice to see. Bodes well for next year too. That's what you like to see. We got a lot of juniors, got a lot of sophomores helping this program right now.
Absolutely. Low snap. The quarterback is able to handle it. Hand off to 3. He's weaving his way through. He's going to pick up a solid 7 on that play. Finally brought down by Gage Slakey.
That's a little frustrating because they're having some issues with the snap.
Yep.
And they're kind of all over the map right now. They're high, they're low, and when we have a low snap, don't get a chance. It throws the whole play off. We gotta take advantage of that.
Yep, I agree.
First and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Shotgun formation. Backs to the left and behind the quarterback, and it's going to be a reverse for the Foxes.
Hang on,
number
Trip.
6.
Landon Butler
saved a huge play.
Maybe a touchdown.
Exactly. That was the sophomore Austin Boone, number 5. He's had a good game defensively. Now he's getting a touch or 2, and he picks up a good 8 yards on that play. Like you said, Landon Butler was hanging on by his shirt tail, and he saved a touchdown.
Okay, so they've moved the ball quite a bit here already, just, on this drive, but need somebody from that defensive line to step up and make a big play here.
Yep. We're going to go right side.
Pulled it back.
Yep, he pulled it back in, got strung out. That's Johnny Gaddis in pursuit. Finally runs him out of bounds, but not before another Fox first down. Pickup of 8 on the play.
Boy, that option's just –
Yep.
It's –
I don't know.
That was a read option right there because he had a chance to hand that off and he pulled it back. But
yeah, I don't know if you saw it, and I called that play before it even developed. But the running back, as soon as he got back here, he was staring down the right side. He was staring down there at Noah Wilson at the end, and I knew that play was going to the right side by just watching his reaction. First and 10 for the Foxes. Ball's at the Bearcat 28-yard line. We got 1:04 left here in the third quarter. Clock is stopped, but there's 8 seconds left on the play clock. Down to 5, 3, and they get the snap off with 2 seconds left. It's going to be the back.
We go. Frankie
that was
Guerrera.
Number 5 again, Boone, but he has nowhere to go. Frankie Guerrera is right there.
Oh, I love seeing that play. That's one of your cornerbacks coming up and crashing.
There was no receiver on this side. There was no the tight end, but it was obvious a run play, and he just crashed.
That's how you attack a run play from that cornerback spot.
Yeah, nice play by Frankie on that one.
That was excellent. He's been a nice, pleasant surprise. That's one of your Elkville kids.
Yep.
That we've got. I know there's a few of them over there, but he's seen probably the most varsity time from our Elkville group, and that's good to see.
Yeah, he's a good ball player. I'm glad that they're here with us. 32, the ball carrier this time.
Brogan Mitchell out there again.
Yeah, Brogan had him in the backfield, and he kind of slipped on the play. The runner picks up probably another 2 yards after initial contact. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Foxes.
I think we're headed to the 4th, Chuck.
It is going to happen here in about 4 seconds. All right, we are into the end of the third quarter here in Hamilton County. Your CZRE Bearcats are up 24-13 over the Foxes.
Well, I got to say, offensively, we know what's working there. Yep. Defensively, we've started to – I'll put it this way. We're making it difficult. We're not – that first drive, I think they scored on 4 plays.
Or less.
2 minutes. So we've made adjustments. It's becoming harder for them to, put up big chunk plays, things like that. So our defense is adjusting. We're seeing some of our backers, linemen get through there a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, this is where you run. This goes back to when you're in March and you're April and you're outside, you're running sprints, and then you're in your 2-a-days in June. All this is what it comes down to in the fourth quarter. Who's got more in the tank? All that off-season work, where is it leading to? Where do you guys want to take this program? We want to get back to 500. Well, you got a chance right now.
Mm-hmm. Coach Root is coaching his boys up right now. He's really adamant about his message to them, and all eyes are glued to him right at this moment. So he's definitely had a strong message for his boys. He's telling them you got to reach down, you got to find the next gear, and you got to have some stops here.
Yep.
Johnson City is up 7-6 in the fourth quarter against El Dorado.
Got a big day tomorrow. We got the Bearcat Golf Scramble put on by Coach Hayden Carter and the Lady Bearcat basketball team. That's over at Pinckneyville. So looking forward to seeing a lot of familiar faces out there. Maybe I'll hit a hole-in-one. I don't know. I always say when I'm on a scramble team, if you use more than 3 of my shots in a day, we're in trouble.
Well, 3rd and 7 for the Foxes at the Bearcats' 26-yard line. It's going to be a pass. Mitchell's in pursuit of him, and he has a little floater.
Oh, good
nice
breakup.
Play. That was number 9 for the Bearcats, Landon Walker.
That's another Elkville.
That's
there
another
we go.
Elkville kid.
A couple Elkville kids stepping up on this drive.
Great to see that. That was a nice play on his part. He kept his distance. He forced the quarterback to go for a little lob over the top, closed the distance, made a good play.
Big 4th down here. Big 4th down. Any momentum that they have, you get to stop here. You kind of crush that momentum.
Yep, I agree
crush
with
it
you.
right here.
And the way we're chunking plays together 5-6 yards at a time, it could be easily 4 to 6 minutes we could run off the clock if we're able to stop this right here.
This is a big one. So we got trips left. So
last time they did this, it was option right, but it's about due for a pass come this way. Well, there comes that option.
I don't
Drove out, but no, I don't think he did either.
Where are we at here?
They're spotting it at about the 21-yard line. They had to get to the 18.
I think they're short.
They are short.
That's short from where that official's standing. Move it back. Move the chains backwards. I see 3 or 4. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Bearcat ball.
Official was standing at about the 21-yard line. The spot was closer to the 20-yard line, but they still needed the 18 to get the first down.
Excellent. So that's 2 stops in a row this second half by our defense. You know, it's a bend, don't break. We're getting it done.
Yep. Now we just need that long ball-controlled offense. Chunk your yards. Make every down manageable distance.
I got a couple of text messages saying our camera work is the best it's been. So for those asking, Cody Doble, our sophomore cross-country runner, baseball player, I think he's class president too, maybe some sophomore class.
Trip Fletcher on the right side. He's got the edge, finally driven out of bounds right at the line of gain for the first down. Just depends on the spot. I think it's going to be just short, perhaps.
But, Cody Doble's our cameraman tonight. Me and Chuck finally and Luke, we've all taken turns running that camera, and we found somebody to run it tonight.
By far the best cameraman we've had.
Yes. He's hired.
That's right. And just think, all it took was me to tell him I'd take him home tonight after the game. I'd give him a ride back home.
Doing a good job,
I
Cody.
brought him here, but I thought said if you don't want to walk home, you come do the camera. I mean, that and I bribed him with a bottle of water. So.
Okay.
Spot was farther back. Apparently Fletcher stepped out of bounds before the line of gain, but this play we are going to just barrel through. Pickup of about 3 on this particular play.
Hunter Hammonds again?
Yep, Hunter Hammonds getting those dirty yards.
There's that guy.
Yep. And they're
first
moving
down,
the chains.
move the chains.
Yeah, got the first down. Hunter's having him a game.
Start eating that clock. Need to restart that play clock.
And, I wasn't with you guys, you and Luke, at the Flora game. I do know whenever we was at Johnson City, we mentioned that Hunter had a really nice game as well. He's coming into his own right now. He's becoming more and more reliable. He's becoming more and more valuable for this offense.
Well, and you're absolutely right when you say that, because if you think about it.
Man, did you see the late hit that they put on Savita?
Yeah. That's
on Slakey. But that was 10 yards behind the play, and the defender just drove Slakey into the ground for.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of unnecessary.
That was something that we would have been called on for.
But to get
the
back
past.
to your point about Hunter, I think Hunter ran the ball once against El Dorado, and then he slowly got a little carries in Johnson City, and then he got a lot of carries last. And then now you can finally say, okay, we've got that complementary piece, that running back.
Yep.
You got Tripp to the outside. You got Hunter up the middle.
Yep. And with his hard running, that just opens up the outside game, because Hunter's going to be pounding that inside. You got to focus on him. You got to look at Tripp breaking one on the outside. Let's see. Was that Hunter again? I can't tell from here. Yep, sure was. Hunter, another 5 yards on that particular play. Maybe 3 yards. But, again, he's getting those tough yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Bearcats. We're sitting at 9:55 here in the 4th quarter.
You know, every first down we get, that gives you an opportunity to eat about 2 minutes off, 2 minutes off the clock. Because you get a 40-second play clock every time, and you bleed that thing down. You only need about 2 or 3 more first downs to really put this game in doubt.
Yep, exactly. And, I mean, we're sitting at 2 scores. It's a 2-score game. So, Svita under center. And it is.
That's Tripp.
Tripp Fletcher breaks it open. He busts through 2 different tackles, and he is gone.
Toast.
He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, not a Foxer within 10 yards of him. He broke 2 different tackles, ran it straight up the middle, ran over a guy, and then he just cruised on in for the touchdown.
Oh, I love that one.
That was a nice run by Tripp. You knew he was due to break one open. I was expecting him to come to the outside. He just took it right up the middle.
Good hard run, broke a few tackles. That's awesome. Kudos to our offensive line tonight because there was some room there. They have worn on that McLeansboro defensive line. Again, I can't. We talk about it. Xavier Miller. I don't know if he's ever played center. He maybe has, but tonight was his first night having to fill in for Nolan Brown. Chris Monteith, normally a defensive end. I'll let you call this play.
Savita behind center. It's going to go to the up man. That is Hunter Hammonds, and he runs in for the 2-point conversion.
Automatic.
Yep. We're just going to start calling him 3-4 yard Hammonds instead of Hunter.
Yeah. So, I have Chris Monteith. I know Noah Casey. He's always been your left tackle, been reliable. He's there. Brogan Mitchell's your left guard, and what did I say? Monteith. And then Noah Wilson.
Yep.
Noah Wilson, who's been playing offensive line since he was a freshman. They really have done a really excellent job tonight. I think they took advantage of, the last couple weeks we talked about, Florida had a really quick line. Johnson City had a really, really strong, big line. And we matched up well with Hamilton County's defensive line and offense because all these guys are playing both ways. And we've matched up really well, and we've taken advantage of it. And I can't remember the last time a score said 32
I can't either. It is 32-13, the Bearcats over the Foxes. 9:13 left here in the 4th quarter. Logan Jackson is getting ready to kick off. I'm perfectly fine with that short to mid-range kick. Don't go deep.
Yep.
Don't give a chance to try to get some of these up guys the ball. When they got 5s and 6s at the front of their jersey, they're not necessarily hands guys.
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity there as well. And that's the exact opposite of what we do, but that was an absolutely perfect kick.
Ooh.
Goes out of bounds at the 18, but that's going to be brought. Where do they spot that at? The 35?
I think 35. That's what. You know what? That was a pretty good. It was,
that was
close to being placed almost inbounds where he had to field it. So when you have a 32-13, that you can make some of those. You can try that kick.
I agree, and I'm perfectly fine with that kick as well. We've had some kicks earlier this year that went straight out of bounds, and we didn't even have a shot at it. So let's see there. Yep. They are going to give the Foxes the ball here at the.
I think it's the 30. Is it the 40? It's a 40.
Is it the 40? I thought it was the 35, but I could be wrong. Won't be the first time. Just ask my wife.
But
16. But not
16?
this time. It is the 35-yard line.
That's Spencer Pettit. So we got a sophomore checking in play, defensive back. They moved Frankie Guerrera to linebacker.
Probably linebacker.
I saw them take Hunter Hammonds to give him a break.
Yeah, he's played a hard game. He's earned the breaks at this point.
Give him a breather. Let's see. We know Spencer can play some defense. Let's see what we can do out there.
You got Schlakey and Landon Butler back deep. You have Niblett, also another corner, playing super soft, good 10 yards off. It is a pass from the Foxes. He lets it air out. He's got a guy.
Oh, they're going to
call pass interference, but you know what? I don't necessarily know if 24 did not have his jersey and pushing on him.
I do not like that call one bit.
I do not either. There was a lot of white jersey in the hand of number 24.
That's a jump ball, and they both have their hands on each other.
And they're both looking at the ball as well.
I don't like
Yeah.
that call.
In high school, it's not a spot of the penalty. I think it's just a 10-yard penalty, but still.
Yeah, that's one that they could.
Definitely,
keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, I definitely.
But I will say this, with all that being said, this has been an extremely well officiated game. Me and Luke, I felt like we went through it last week with some things. But this week has been, or this game it's been done extremely well, and this crew done a very good job. Not been a lot of penalties called either, and the ones that have been are very obvious too.
Exactly. Penalty is going to give the Foxes another first down, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation once again. Going to roll his to the right. Mitchell in pursuit. Got a block.
Oh.
Niblett is there to put a smack on the quarterback, and he's slow getting up. Niblett really smacked him hard on that one.
Yeah, he got him. He got him on that. He felt that one. But
Yeah.
I know it's a first down run, but he's
slow, and he's got that grabbing his helmet.
kind of surprised they haven't pulled him.
Exactly. That one, they're taking the Bearcats took a timeout on that, but quarterback took a pop on that one. Niblett, he hit him squared up, and
I think this is a smart timeout by Coach Root here. It's been, like we've talked. It's been a while since we've been up by this big of a score.
Yep.
And sometimes it's hard because you don't know how to play
with a lead
like this, and you get lax. You start thinking, "Oh, we got it." It's all and you can't let your guard down here. And I imagine he's going in there and saying, "Guys, there's still 9 minutes left on the clock. There's lots of there's plenty of time.
Yep.
This game is not over with. Let's finish it."
Look what we did at El Dorado.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the exact opposite. I felt that El Dorado had that let up. They kind of let up a little bit that, hey, we got this. There's not much time left, and here we go down and score.
Yeah.
So, granted, we are up, 19 points. So it's definitely it's a 3-score game, but there's still plenty of time on the clock. There's 9 minutes left.
Well, this is where you like I said, you get your defense, you give them a breather, you tell them to refocus. Coach Root knows what to tell these kids.
He's been there, yes.
You think he's been here so many times, I know Coach Bays is on the headset talking to Coach Sherrill. Coach Sherrill's been down this road just as many times. Coach Root, so they know how to get these boys focused back.
Yep. Shotgun formation.
Yes! That's Gunner.
Gunner Slakey. No, that is Gunner.
Yes.
That was a huge. He busted through.
There's
huge
a
sack.
sophomore making a play. How about that?
Oh, my goodness. He drove him back. That's a loss of 11 on the play.
I loved it. Boy, he was shot out.
He came out of nowhere untouched and grabbed a nice play, Gunner.
Shot out of a cannon on that.
My goodness.
I'm telling you, we are building something, not just this year, but you're building something. These are plays you love to see your younger guys get in. Coach Root gives them a chance, and he makes the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's putting them in the right positions to have success for these younger guys. Shotgun formation, rolling to his right, in pursuit by Hunter Hammonds.
Oh, that's going to
be grounding. It has to be.
I know he's out of the pocket, but didn't make back the line of scrimmage.
Nope. That has to be grounding. Are they coming together for this?
He's trying to point to a receiver, but that's
there was not a receiver within 15 yards. Quarterback is slow getting up. Hunter Hammond's got his hands on him, wouldn't let him go, and drove him into the turf after on the play.
I don't see a flag, but I don't know how in the world.
There it is. They conferred. This is going against the Bearcats because I think one of our coaches is chirping about the non-grounding call.
Which I don't blame them. That ball.
That was obvious that it was nowhere near the line of scrimmage. There was not a receiver anywhere in near.
You can't throw the ball 3 yards out of bounds when you're on the fly. That was the definition of intentional grounding.
Yes.
And
Coach Root is going. He's kind of losing his right now, and he's basically Gage Slakey has just kind of grabbed a hold of him and pulled him to the side, trying to calm Coach down.
Coach Fletcher's out there, I think, trying to right the ship. To right the ship. But I don't blame him though, because that whole sequence is frustrating, because that should be nothing more than a loss of down, spot foul. Anybody, and we just sat there and gave all these compliments about the officiating, and then the most obvious call that you can make, they don't make.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, he was even down before he threw the ball. I mean, there was so many other things, but
yep.
Let's.
And you're not going to blame our coaches simply
because
they're defending their players right there. They saw an obvious mistake by this crew, and they were trying to point it out.
Well, we're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct, but that is a the officiating dropped the ball here. That's very poor officiating for multiple reasons. But that's fine. But now you're the Bearcats. Okay.
All right.
You know what? It's we're going to get right back in this, and we're going to refocus.
And here's the thing: even with the penalty, they're still third down, and still third down and 7 on this particular play. So yeah, it gave them a lot of their yardage back, but it's still 3rd and long. We need a huge stop here.
I'm blitzing. I'm sitting right after him. A little wide receiver screen. Get out there. There's a block in the back miss, but that's okay.
Yeah, all of a sudden we've missed a lot of plays. And there's another penalty flag. I think they're going to call this one on the Bearcats as well because we're a little maybe taunting.
Okay, we got
to get this under control.
This is where, again, you're playing with a lead, and we're struggling. And I know Gage is trying to talk to the official, and I see him out there, and I think he's trying to say, I've watched, and believe it or not, Gage has been the most calm of it seems like everyone out there.
Yeah.
And I know he's trying to get the officiating. Well, no flag. So it's 4th and 2. Okay.
Oh, are they? Their Bearcats are backing up.
Okay.
It's going to end up
there was a flag.
It's another 15-yard penalty by the way that we're backing up here.
Well, I just kind of
personal foul.
I hate to say this, but I kind of just dawned on me.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
I'm not going to make the comment.
Yeah.
I got a message, and it dawned on me after I got it, and it's just not worth. That's.
Yeah, we're thinking the same thing.
Okay, I don't feel.
We are on the same page.
There's a few other people out there agree.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Okay,
yep.
So again,
without speaking it, we agree with you out there.
We just got to refocus. That's right.
1st and 10 for the Foxes. They are at their 25-yard line. Handoff inside to big number 22.
Oh, look at that swarm.
We swarmed on that one. Short gain on the play, maybe about 3 yards. More importantly, it keeps the clock running.
Our defense has really responded this second half. I mean,
completely different.
We're seeing
defense.
Gang tackling and
pursuit to the ball. The pass coverage has been much better this second half.
They're playing. You're going to walk around. They're high-fiving each other. They're patting each other on the back. They know they're playing a good game right now. Brogan Mitchell's had a really good defensive game out there, chasing people around all night. I've really enjoyed watching him get after it.
I agree with you. Trips to the left. Tight end right. It's going to be a screen pass.
Oh, that's a
light ball. That's a light ball.
Get on it.
Foxes recover. That was a backward pass, and it is going to go for about a 4 or 5 yard loss on the play.
Now you got him behind the sticks again. Now, and they're passing. Where is Gunnar Schleiche out there? 50. There he is. Okay, so that's who I'm sending after him.
Yep. So we went from 2nd and 7 to 3rd and 14, so a 7-yard loss on that play.
I'm getting really aggressive here. I'm sending Gunnar Schleiche and I'm sending Brogan Mitchell right up there to blitz, and I am going after their quarterback, and I'm going to force him to get rid of that ball as quickly as possible.
Yep. Double right. They're set up as if it's going to be a screen pass on the right side. Quarterback is scrambling to his right. Brogan Mitchell's there.
That's out of bounds.
That ball's out of bounds. Had nowhere to go. The coverage deep. Schleiche and Johnny Gaddis was there, along with Niblett was in the area as well. So they had their guys covered. Pass defense held up.
Yep.
We've made the adjustments at halftime.
I would say right here with Hamilton County only having 2 timeouts. This is 4th and long. You got to stop here. This pretty much ices your game.
I agree.
And now with Hamilton County calling their second timeout, they don't have enough to stop the clock. So you get your stop here. You basically can almost, I'm not saying necessarily completely run out the clock, but the game's really
You're
in doubt.
going to eat enough of the clock up that they're not going to be able to have enough time in possessions. Because outside of that first drive, they have not had a quick score. That first drive, like you said, 3, maybe 4 plays. They had to grind for their second score. So, and we've bent, like you said, but we haven't broken at all. So, okay.
Maybe that's what
Coaches were upset about.
Yeah. So. We'll just leave it as coaches defending their players.
Yep.
Rightfully so. And for anybody out there watching, listening to us, we've gotten to know these coaches, and I know a lot of people in the community are getting to know them. You can just say this. You don't have to worry. These coaches have your kids' backs.
They are protecting your kids. And we had a text come in whenever we go back and watch this film, you will see that most likely the coaches were very justified in the penalty that they got. If it does show what we just got to report on. We're not going to mention that right at the moment. It's flea flicker.
Hook and ladder.
There we go.
And
Hunter Hammonds gets his paws on him and just rides him out of bounds. Probably a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Far short of the first down. And the Foxes are turning the ball over on downs.
I think our defense, I don't want to jinx it, but our defense has pitched a shutout in the second half.
Yeah. Yep.
And actually, I think they have gotten better as the game has gone on. The defense has gotten better. They just seem like they really made those adjustments, and that's what great coaching does. You make those adjustments at halftime, and when the kids respond like ours have, that's how you have this type of success.
We got to put it together in the first half now. We have got to figure out a way to come out. Yes, and not have to react at the second half.
Poor Hamco, they had a player getting on the field late. That may be
another Fletcher. He's just weaving his way through. I'm not sure what that penalty is unless it's a late hit.
I think it's a late hit. I see one of our coaches pointing kind of like I think so I think that's going to be a late hit or a face mask.
Yeah, maybe a helmet hit to the head or something like that. Let's see. It was Trip Fletcher on the call.
Face mask.
Face mask, yep.
Again, while we get a first down again, we want to thank, we know we got 5 minutes, but we want to thank everybody that's listening out there tonight to us, to me and Chuck. We've had, Luke's part of this. There's 3 of us. We love doing this. We love watching our kids play. So thanks to everybody watching us, all of our sponsors, our supporters, our friends, everybody just sending messages.
And, I'm just thankful for the school, the athletic department, Tiffany Hobbs, just giving me the opportunity to be here in the first place. I love doing this. I get a chance to see these kids play. Get a chance, both of our boys are on the team. Sophomores, they don't play much on the varsity side. But, we're here anyhow to cheer on our boys, support our kids. And this is just a great opportunity for you and I and for Luke as well. And I absolutely love doing this. So, like Skyler, I echo his sentiments there that definitely appreciate everybody listening to us and appreciate the opportunities given to us. All right, we got 5:11 left here in the final quarter of play. It's 13-32 in favor of your Bearcats. 2nd down and 8 from the 43. Handoff goes to Hammonds. He's got a hole in the middle. Pushing. And who have we got down on the field? We got a Bearcat down.
I think it's a cramp.
That's Frankie Guerrera. He's cramping up. Gage Slakey has taken a leadership role. He came flying out there, and he's trying to get that cramp out of Frankie's leg. He's trying to stretch him out.
You know where this is headed to. Next week, where are we at next week?
Yeah.
It is rivalry week.
Yes.
And if you I would say this. There is no – when we broadcast next week, I don't want to have any viewers watching because I want the whole town of Christopher.
I want to talk to you only. I don't want anybody out there. Unless you're out of state, you need to be, at Carroll Kelly Field in Cesar on what's the day for next week? Whatever it is, next Friday.
I can only say this. They are going to be 2-2. We are going to be 2-2.
Yeah.
There is a complete chance. There is a complete chance that they're, I don't want to say a playoff spot, but if you want to put yourself in prime playoff position, there's a lot. It's the 148 rivalry.
Yeah.
You know, Cesar's got a new coach. Coach Rude left that program last year to come to us. If people don't realize how much is going to go into this game, you don't think our kids are going to be fired up all week? I tell them.
And you know they're going to be fired up.
I tell our kids, you know, when we played Cesar and JFL, you're not allowed to wear anything maroon all week. You know, you can't say it. You're not friends with them. You don't talk to them. You're nothing that week. Our rivalry used to be so intense with Cesar when I played, and I remember it, and you know, it's, you know, we've been on the wrong side of it.
Yep.
But I really think if we play like we've done the second half, we play like we did the fourth quarter against Flora, play like we did against El Dorado, this game is wide open. But we need we had good attendance tonight, but next Friday night, seriously, we need to get anybody, everybody there cheering them on, because you know Cesar's going to bring it.
Yep.
You know their fan base. We're going to hear those stinking cowbells, and they're going to be tailgating up on the hill, and they're gonna be ready. You don't think they're going to be ready for us? They know what's on the line too.
Granted, I'm talking from many years ago, but I was on the other side of that fence whenever I was in high school. I am one of the rivals. I am a transplant here in Christopher. I have lived here longer in Christopher than I have in Cesar for my life. But the rivalry is real. These kids don't quite have the rivalry that we did back in the day, but it's still there, and it's going to be an intense game, and it's going to be a lot of fun to call that game.
Well, I think and just so people know, there's an injury on the field on Hamilton County. That's kind of why we're stopped in play here. There's 4:55 left, as you can see. He's getting ready to get up, which is good. But you know, this game just means it's going to mean so much to so many people. Coach Rude's going to have a lot of emotions going through it because, you know, he was there. I know, you know, Coach Shadowins, who also retired. He's going to be there watching. Yep. I know Coach Wingo. He's trying to make. Coach Wingo played for Cesar. Yes. He knows what this rivalry. You don't have to tell him. He knows what it. He knows what it means. You know, Coach Bay's over there. Coach Fletcher. You know, they've all played in this game. They know what this game means. Yep. And we have such a good fan base, and I know our fans are actually excited because look, we're about to be 2-2 for the first time, be 500 this late in the season. I couldn't even tell you when. Get behind this team. Yep. Get behind them. Show up. Bring air horns. Make a homemade sound noise. Whatever you can do. We need as much noise as we can make.
I agree with you. 4:45 left here in the final quarter of play. 12 seconds on the play clock. Savita's going to milk this as long as he can get. Gets down to 7. And Schlakey in motion. Handoff goes to Schlakey. He's wrapped up from the back. Oh, that's a penalty as well.
Yep, there it is.
There's getting double flags.
And see, that's
the frustration.
That's a frustration tackle.
Yep.
But at the same time, you know, we used to see stuff like that.
Yep.
And,
yes.
You know, now we –
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean – the last few years, me watching the Bearcats football, we see a lot of that on our end. Now we are the team that is being a little bit more disciplined. You know, it's kind of a turning of the tide there, so to speak. So,
and you know what? There's some leadership. You know, and we've talked about Gage. You talked about Gage's leadership. Last year, Gage probably gets right back up and gets in that kid's face too.
Yes.
And this year, he is matured and he knows, like, hey, you know what? This ain't the time. These kids know this game's over with.
Yep.
You know, don't do anything that's going to cost you a chance at playing next week.
Exactly. 14 left on the play clock. 4:13 on the game clock. Savita under center. It's Butler on the reverse, and he's just following some blockers. Ooh. Oh, nice tackle. Nice tackle, number 3, I believe that was.
That's that Ramirez kid,
yeah,
right?
Ramirez, junior, number 3. Nice. He busted through that lead block. He's a good football player.
He's a solid player for
Yes,
them.
he is.
And, he's a junior, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And their quarterback is a sophomore. Where's that big number 82?
He's over here. He's a senior.
Senior. So,
yeah.
Hamco may be down this year. They're not going to be down long. They're going to be back.
Yeah. The 22s saw a lot of snaps today. He's only a sophomore as well. Savita has a nice throw, jump ball, and that one's picked off.
I don't think he was able to completely step into that throw.
He didn't. He had a Hamilton County lineman. It was closing in on him as he's stepping in. He had to kind of leave that back foot, weight back there, and he didn't get all of it on that throw. So basically, it was your famous punting by arm, so to speak.
Yeah.
It was a 30-yard pass. The Foxes are going to take over at the 25-yard line. They have 3:22 left in this game, and they're down by 19. So, you don't want to see that. You'd love to see us just eat the clock up. But in the retrospect of everything, that's not that bad of a play.
There's a dive.
Yeah,
nice
good
tackle. 51, Brogan Mitchell.
Brogan Mitchell,
okay.
He's had a game.
So can we give our defense? I think we can both agree. That's our defensive player.
Defensive player of the game right there.
Brogan Mitchell has been everywhere, done an excellent job, and he's been flying around tonight.
Yeah, I cannot disagree at all.
You know who I'm going to give my offensive player, and it's going to be a surprise because I think they've earned it, but I'm giving the offensive line. My player of the game is going to all 5. Well, I'm going to not say 5. I'm going to say 6 because I know Brody Mitchell blocks as the tight end. So Brody Mitchell, Chris Monteith, Xavier Miller, Brogan Mitchell, Noah Wilson, and Noah Casey.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. They've played and they've opened up the holes. They've the one that created the space for Hunter to make his runs. They got Tripp open. That's been protecting Landon when he's dropping back at passes. So yeah, they had a little bit of a struggle in the first quarter. They made their adjustments. They began to gel and they played a good 3 quarters of football.
We do have another injury down for Hamco, but yes, I just think the offensive line's earned it tonight. They have been. Flag on the play, too. I guess it was on them also. But
yeah, I did see
our
that
offensive line just, like you said, after the adjustments made, we put up 32 points. We put up 35 against El Dorado. We've put up 32. And when you can lean heavily on like Hunter Hammonds probably has 60 yards, maybe close to 70. I don't know. I didn't keep track. But when you can run a simple dive play with Hunter Hammonds, who's got a touchdown, I think he's got 4 3-point or 2-point conversions, that's your offensive line getting it done. And so my hat's off. Kudos to those guys. Really love to see them get after it, even with a makeshift offensive line. Hopefully you get Nolan Brown and we get Parker Hoy back next week. We're going to need them. We're going to need it'll be all hands on deck next week.
Absolutely.
I feel like this Cesar Christopher or CZRE SV matchup is just going to be
SVW. Get it right.
SVW.
Let's get all the vowels.
This is going to be one of
all of the abbreviations in there.
Golly. The alphabet game.
This is going to be a lot of Bearcats and Red Devils when we call it. Shotgun formation. Low snap. Quarterback's able to handle it. Hand off up the middle.
Brogan Mitchell.
Johnny Gaddis.
I'm just you name a player, they're all involved.
And it looked like the Hamilton County player was able to keep moving the pile. The Bearcats were trying everything they could to strip that ball. They were holding him up as long as they could. They were punching at it. They were ripping at it. And good job by the runner. Well, he held on to that because he had a lot of hands coming at him.
2 minutes ago, like I said, this was one we knew we had to have if we have any postseason expectations, aspirations. This was one of those you had to have. And we come out, we handled it. It took us a little bit, but we handled business, especially second half. It's great. I really – you're leaving this game, everyone's happy. Like you're in a good mood. You're happy. just a reminder, our JV plays Monday night at home against Vienna.
Yep. Hamilton County does not have a JV program. They're low on numbers at the moment. Nice.
Stick.
Who was that?
2, Gage Slade.
Gage Slakey.
Hit stick.
Nice. Multiple flags on this play, holding more than likely against the Foxes.
But for those who don't know, Chuck's right. Hamilton County does not have a JV team, so Vienna still has a team. They play some seniors, juniors. So our JV is going to give them a crack at it on Monday night. So if you're free, 6 o'clock at Christopher, come out, support your JV Bearcats, and then turn all your attention to CZRE here.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm going to have to get on to Tyler Wingo. You know, I know that's Nick's brother, but I'm like, give me a scouting report. He didn't have anything for me this week, so I'm going to have to give him a hard time next week and tell him, like, tell me what your brother's thinking.
Yeah,
he's not going to say.
Good luck with that.
He's not going to say anything.
1:30 and counting here in the final quarter. It's 3rd down and long, 3rd and 21 for the Foxes. Bearcats are in deep protection. Got a false start, another penalty on the Foxes.
Yeah.
They're exhausted. It's just they're tired, and that's when the mental mistakes come in.
We know what they're
We've
going
been
through.
there.
We
We've been
know
there.
exactly what Hamco's going through right now. Thankfully, we're in a good we're in a good spot. Coach Rude's done an excellent job getting this ship righted right now, and to be 2-2 right now, that's exactly what you want.
Yep. Handoff up the middle. I see Gunnar Slakey. I see Mitchell in on the tackle.
Mitchell's got to have 10 tackles
easily. I saw Frankie Guerrera from this corner spot come over and get involved in that tackle as well.
To sit there and be like, hey, you've got your 2 toughest teams out of the way, and you're sitting there 2-2. This early in the season, if you're Coach Rude, you're be like, hey, you got a 20-game losing streak and you're 2-2, 4 games in. He's got to be happy with where kid now. The buy-in's there.
So
the buy-in is there. From the
exactly.
Kids.
So at the beginning of the year, Coach Rude had a little mom's clinic football, and he had all the moms out there with the boys, and just trying to teach them some basic stuff and what was going on. And after the game,
that's
a block punt. Who was that got that? Hunter Hammond's got the block.
Okay, Hunter Hammond's
and Gunnar Slakey on the recovery.
I don't know what we get.
He's got to be an MVP of this game of some sort, just all around.
You can give my outstanding offense, outstanding defense. You can give Hunter the MVP.
No kidding. But anyhow, Coach Rude, after that particular practice that we had, him and I was sitting there talking on the sidelines, and he sat there and he's like, he said, Johnson City is going to be hard to beat. And he said, Flora is going to be hard to beat. He said, but looking through this schedule, he said, I see 6 wins. He said, I see at least 6 wins. So he saw this coming in. And at the time, I'm thinking, Coach, I'll be happy if we get the win. And, but he had that foresight. He saw what these boys were capable of, and he sensed that they were buying into what he was trying to do. And
the buy-in's there now.
The buy-in is there. It's one more win, and I think we match our best season since 2005.
Nick Batts' 2005 Bearcats.
Yeah, I think that's the best season we've had since then. So here we are in Hamilton County. The final here is 32-13. The CZRE Bearcats over the Foxes. Final thoughts there, Skylar?
Excellent second half. Good first half. Superb second half. We put them away like we should.
Absolutely.
Confidence. Kids are excited. I know the coaching staff's excited. And, this is what it's all about. I'm happy for our kids again. Our fans have made the trip. And, again, I'm leaving you guys with this.
Yep.
Let me see everybody at CZRE next Friday night.
Yep. And I'm just going to, you guys aren't seeing this at home, but as the teams touched hands and shook hands after the game, Brooke Mitchell came running down from the 50-yard line. He's played an entire game both ways, and here he takes off and he sprints the entire 50 yards to the end zone, hands up in celebration. So that's just the excitement that these kids are bringing, and you guys got to come out and see this. Before we leave, we're going to hit a few scores, some finals. In Heron, it's Carterville Lions over the Heron Tigers 42-0. West Frankfort big over Pinckneyville 44-25. Chester, as this score hasn't been updated, but they're probably on their way to at least a 21-0 win over Sparta. In Altoff, it was Marion Huge over Altoff 49-17. Breeze Mater Dei Huge over Harrisburg 52-14. Murfreesboro puts it back together, takes the lead, and 35-21. No final there yet. Benton is able to hold off DuQuoin 17-7. That one is a final. Nashville huge win over Anna Jonesboro 57-14. And after a slow start, Johnson City easily handles El Dorado 36-6. In Fairfield, it was the Red Devils of CZRE over the Mules 34-22. And that is all of the scores from our area that I have.
One last thank you. Got to give it to our man Cody Doble.
Cody Doble saved
Your
the day.
camera, you see Cody Doble around, and you really enjoyed how you were able to watch the game. He gave up a spot sitting there cheering on the sideline with all of his friends to come stand there and volunteer and do this with us.
Absolutely.
Big thanks to the Codes. He's awesome. That's all I got. I'm done, Chuck. I'm
all
excited.
right. Once again, we are encouraging all of you to be at Carroll Kelly Field in Susser next Friday night when the CZRE Bearcats travel to CZRE, take on the rivalry game, the 148 game. Here in Hamilton County, it is your CZR Bearcats 32 over the Hamilton County Foxes 13. Good night.